right, we are live. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to This Week Unloaded. All right, if you're seeing that, that means we are live. So, good evening, ladies and, well, I would say gentlemen, but it's Kingpin and Buck out there so far. So, anyway, welcome to this week's episode of This Week Unloaded. We're up to 182 episodes now. Good Lord, where has the time gone? With us tonight here on the panel so far, we have Rob Deed and New York Outcast, who I made a promise to that we were not going to talk anything SHOT Show tonight.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I skipped last week's show because it was SHOT Show driven. So, he didn't have to make no promises here. So, thanks for having me.
Yep. I was telling Rob backstage before we got started, that was completely unplanned. It just organically went that way because we had Gary and Chris, who had both just gotten back from SHOT Show, and the conversation just drifted in that direction, which tends to happen on this show. We just would drift in whatever way the wind blows that week. So.
See, I don't know. I was thinking you got a patch payment plan or something for every time the word SHOT Show got brought up.
Man, I wish there was some kind of payment plan. I could use the money.
I'm just screwing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said what I said. I mean, you know, jeez. But have you? I don't know. Have you seen any of the videos that Guns and Gadgets has put out about the ATF's brace rule?
No, I haven't been watching or following much of that.
Yeah, last weekend. Ironically, after you left, we started talking about a little bit about it between SHOT Show takes, and we talked about last week about how if you have a foreign-made pistol and whether you, the manufacturer, the person you bought the gun off of, whatever, put a brace on it, that they're going to say that that's in violation of 922R, which means that even if you try and Form 1 it, you can't. And then he put out a video this week where there is one sentence in the whole thing that basically is going to outlaw or make Mossberg Shockwave style firearms NFA items, whether they have a brace on them or not.
Wow.
Because basically the sentence reads, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember off the top of my head exactly what it said, but that any and all rulings concerning pistol grip shotguns, because that's how they refer to them in the rule as being pistol grip shotguns, are no longer valid, and from the time this gets printed in the National Registry or Federal Registry, from that point on, they will all be considered as NFA items needing to be evaluated by the ATF.
Well, shockwaves, don't they have like that, what do they call that, like bird's beak or something type
bird's
grip?
head grip. Yeah, bird's head grip.
They're calling that a pistol grip?
They're calling it a pistol grip. Yep.
Wow.
Well, if you look at old school flintlock pistols and stuff, that's the way their grip was on those. And they're saying because it has to be used, it's designed to be used with two hands, that nullifies it being a pistol, essentially. So it's one big clusterfuck, essentially, going on there with that. But they're not content with making 40 million, or the owners of 40 million anyway, estimated pistol braces felons. They want to make everybody who has a Shockwave, a TAC 14, a TAC 13, or any of the number of different ones that Black Skull Armory or any of the other, or Black Aces, not Black Skull. What did I say? Black Skull. Black Skull something in a video game. Video game shit in my brain. Anyway, Black Aces Tactical or any other number of manufacturers who may do these style of things, they're gonna label all of them as being NFA items. Bucks or Moo's asking, so now you have to shoot my regular pistol with only one hand? Just don't do it when the ATFs run, Moo. Just be on the safe side.
So you had like what, 2-3 companies that had black in it? Black Aces, Black something else you were saying?
It's one's Mossberg, one's Remington, and one's Black Aces Tactical. Okay. Those ones I know for sure make the Mossberg style or the Shockwave style firearms. There's a couple other off brands that do as well. Fostech has one or had one that was based on the AK platform that they had. But theirs doesn't look quite like the Shockwave, but they still got permission from the ATF and then everything, right? So yeah, it's a whole big mess. I'm trying to remember if there's any other. Those are the ones off the top of my head that I remember. I remember the Fostech one because that was the one that Tim over at Military Arms Channel was one of his, what he called ATF nut kickers. Because it had the brace and was considered not to be a firearm because it was smooth bore and be over 26 inches and all that. But, yeah. So I'm waiting to see if they come out, if there's some rule in there along those same lines with the goddamn tourist judge. Or if there's going to consider that just to be a pistol.
Well, that thing's a weapon of mass destruction, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
You can load that thing up with RPGs and claymores.
Man, don't get that many ideas. Well, if you think about it, all a claymore is a shotgun shell that they just set off without the shotgun.
Pretty much. A lot of ball bearings out.
Mm-hmm. Well, hell, the first claymores were buckshot. I believe the first ones were triple-aught buck that were in them. That was in them. And they've obviously evolved over the years. Better explosive in there to set them off and whatnot. But basically the same damn thing since they were first issued. Trying to think.
Yeah, I was stuck on that whole black thing for a second. Probably isn't the time to bring it up, but I've been noticing a lot of black this, black that. Yeah, Black Swan, Black Aces, 300 Blackout. Where's all the white stuff? Like,
shit, man, it's not it's not PC to be white anymore, don't you know?
So, like, is there a white ice sights or something? You know what I mean? Like,
no, there's
it gotten that bad? You can't even have like the word white in your name of anything, or what?
There's White Claw that whatever the hell that's supposed to be.
Okay, yeah. An
alcoholic beverage.
All right. White Lightning, right? That's like.
Well, that's been around forever.
Yeah.
Moose says white hot powder for muzzle loaders.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there anything for like calibers, like 300 whiteout?
Mountain Dew did have whiteout, but they got rid of it. They don't have that flavor anymore, which sucks. That was a more citrusy Mountain Dew. That was actually pretty good. I don't know if you ever tried the Mountain Dew whiteout one.
I don't mess with those Mountain Dews, man.
It was like a stronger flavored Mountain Dew. It had that Mountain Dew flavor, but stronger. It's pretty good.
Yeah, stronger. Woo.
Yeah.
Lord.
The Orange Mountain Dew is not bad. That Live Wire, no, that's pretty good. Who's going to throw all this stuff with white? White Elf for typewriters, White Lion from the 80s, White Snake. Yeah. We're talking more recent, Moo. Moo's stuck in the 80s with White Out, White Lion, and White Snake.
Yeah, it's just strange. Like, I don't know. Something I was thinking about the other day, and then you were just naming things off. So, like I said, probably might not be the place or the format to bring it up, but just curious.
Fuck it, I don't care. Well, what's worse they're going to do? Give me a strike for the black guy making a black and white joke?
Well, it's not really a joke. It's just an observation. You know what I mean? So, like, what's up with that? I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been a lot worse if I'd have said it. This is starting to turn into Blazing Saddles.
I can't really confirm or deny whether it was my white or black half that asked.
Shh, don't inform them of that.
Should we put a disclaimer out there?
No, then you really get me in trouble.
Oh, shit.
That's not PC, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
It's like trying to call Elizabeth Warren a white lady. Come on, man. Vanessa Kitty's out there. Scotsman must have ended early if she's showing up already. She was over there in Scotsman's chat, or anyway, the viewership chat. So, let's see what else. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm like out of it right now, so trying to think of anything to talk about. That's the main thing that I had on the itinerary anyway. I was hoping more people would have been in here by now to talk. You know, we could have got a real good discussion going about it, but it's hard to do when you only got two people, and it's like, yep, we done covered that already.
Yep. Been there, done that. Yeah. Checking out old ads today, which is pretty cool. Looking at the prices, and it starts making you question like inflation and stuff. Threw a couple up in my community area, but there was a brand new Smith & Wesson Model 29, $149.
Wait, what? That can't be right.
What the ads claims, I don't know what year that was, but
it don't matter what year, that can't possibly be right. Smith & Wesson 29 for $150, or are you saying the ad was that much?
Yeah, in the ad, that's how much it was.
But damn, even back in the day, 150 for a 29 was cheap.
You should, you're bored, check out vintage ads, man. Firearms ad, like they're selling all types of stuff for like $12, man. Handguns, all types of things back in the day. It's like, wow, looking at some of these prices. I mean, like I said, then you start looking at inflation. I looked up a modern Smith & Wesson 6-inch 29, blah, 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 and it was somewhere around, $1,100 to $1,300, I think MSRP was.
Yeah, and keep in mind, that's after Smith lowered most of their MSRPs by $100 because of all the inflation and stuff. They're trying to help folks out.
That's a huge jump. I mean, some of the gas prices.
Oh, yeah, man.
Cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers were 15 cents. Can you believe that shit?
Yep. I remember when cheeseburgers were 30 cents, man.
What are you talking about, man?
Well, I'm older than you too, Rob.
Like, damn, man.
Yeah, I remember we would go to McDonald's like when I was in.
We don't even have dollar menu anymore.
I know they got rid of the dollar menu. They call it the value menu now. And even Remember the value menu was where you got the different value meals, and then you had the dollar menu where you had a bunch of stuff that this was
Yeah.
$1 each. Yeah,
Holy good gosh, man.
it's crazy.
Uh,
Yeah, but yeah, I remember when you get a hamburger at McDonald's was 30 cents and a cheeseburger was 35.
I mean, shit. They half the time nowadays they're using horse meat or something else any damn way, and they still charge us,
Mm.
extra for cheese on these damn overpriced burgers. Crazy. It's crazy.
Let's see which email Moose sent this in. Okay, he sent it to the actual show email. He's showing pictures of the snow. It looks like, yeah. Oh, they got some snow up there in Michigan. I gotta go over to the StreamYard real quick. There's some crazy snow.
Send you a photo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's probably cocaine.
Find Moo's truck.
Yeah, that's probably.
Jesus. Yeah. It's like, where's Waldo? Where's the truck? His bed is full.
It's funny. I had to shovel mine out the other day. It wasn't filled like that, but to put materials and shit in. Stuff you don't want getting wet.
Any more snow, and it would look like he had a camper on the back of that damn thing. The looks of it, that's from his security camera footage. Yeah, it's a video. 20-second video. Hopefully he doesn't have sound. Or, no, it's not going to play. Okay. He took a still from the video, but it still has the video things at the bottom. There's his deck.
Damn, he don't cover his smoker thing there.
Yeah, depending how windy it got, it might have blew
That
it
thing
off.
covered?
We've had
Think
those
you
blow
got a
off of them
cover on
before.
it. Damn, guy's got too much money. You see that shit?
Well, we were living at my wife's grandmother's house. We had the grill like that out on the porch, and the wind got up underneath and just blew that damn cover right off of it. It went flying through the air. It was like Mary Poppins. So maybe that's what happened to his. Maybe that's why it doesn't have quite as much snow as the truck. Yeah, crazy.
It's a shame. Just so he's got an excuse to buy a new one.
Uh-huh.
Like a little kid leaving his bike outside in the rain and snow.
Yeah, it's no wonder the last one caught fire on him.
Uh-huh. I had a friend. He was pissed. He had a single dad, so household, so we had that in common. But he tried to like play his dad. He hated his bike because it was a Huffy.
Mm-hmm.
So he beat the crap out of it, like destroyed it after he got it for Christmas or something. I can't remember when he got it, but he like beat the crap out of it. So his dad would have to buy him a new bike. Oh, it was the funniest thing. It was like poetic justice. His dad came back after a big freak out and meltdown. He didn't like his bike, all this. He goes to school, comes home, and he's got the same exact brand new bike. I know it's unrelated, but I couldn't help but just laugh as a kid seeing that.
Moose said that he has a cover for it, but he didn't get a chance to put it on after the last time he used it because it started snowing and it was too hot yet to put the cover back on it before it started to come down, I guess. He says it'll be going back on tonight.
Sounds like smoker abuse to me.
Vanessa saying that her Smith & Wesson 629 that she got in November of 1982 in Alaska was $400. Today it's $1,400 for basically the same revolver. when I got my 627, which was 4 or 5 years ago now, I paid out the door 800. MSRP the last time I looked at Smith and Wesson was 1100 for it now. So even in just a few years, they've gone up a good bit in price. Yeah, it's almost a third of the cost more than when I bought it. Moose said he paid $750 for his 629 in 2003, and the last one doesn't give a year. He said was $1,200.
White Castle. Sorry, I just thought of another one.
A little late on that, Rob. That was 20 minutes ago.
It was just, it was slow, but it was coming on. It was on the way.
Moose says that was 2 years ago, 2021, when he got the second one. Yeah, anymore. Ruger's, remember Ruger's a couple years ago, a good Ruger revolver was $650, maybe $700. They're the same price as Smith & Wesson's now. Yeah, $900 for a Ruger.
Well, you said Smith and Wesson dropped like $100 off their price. Pretty much
They dropped
across the board.
$100 off of some of them, not all of them, some of them.
Okay.
I don't remember which ones it was, but they dropped the prices on some of them.
What did they? I assume they gave a statement and your Wikipedia. What was their reasoning, justification? I mean,
to try and
can
help
they
people
afford
out.
to do that, or are they claiming taking a hit?
They were trying to help people out. They said even if we end up taking a hit, we want to help our loyal customer base and everything out. We know times are tough, yada yada yada, that kind of thing.
Anybody else follow suit on that?
Not that I've seen.
I mean, I wouldn't expect High Point to, but, you know. Sig, Glock, anybody?
Yeah, I know for a fact they did it on the M&P series. Everything in the M&P series got a $100 reduction in MSRP. I think the J frames did. And I'm not sure if any of the other revolvers did or not.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that was that was back during Christmas shopping season when they did that. So I don't know if it's still applicable or not, but even for a short time period, it was a cool thing to do with inflation the way it was, and everybody else raising prices. They dropped theirs by $100.
Man, I like less money. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not really prepared to dive deep into an inflation discussion, but I think we're getting screwed as a whole. Like when you start looking back, prices, modern technology, modern production facilities. I mean, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then shrinkflation, where this looks like the same shit, but there's 2 ounces less in it. All this stuff. I know we're seeing it more and more now, but when you look back over the generations of just Big Mats, for example, they're different. They're a lot different. They get smaller, and the price goes way up, or whatever. You pick it almost. So it's kind of crazy. Like
I blame the metric system.
Yeah, something. I think we're getting screwed though, because it seems like everything rises quick except your paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like
the average
shit,
the average middle class family last year spent over $400 more a month than before Biden became president.
Well, I don't doubt it, man. I mean, all the little stuff adds up. Even if it's just 5 cents here, 5 cents there, it all adds up, man.
Yeah. 400 times 12 months.
I think they're getting us.
That's a big difference. Stop and think about it. That's what, $4,800 a year less that you have in your pocket to spend on other stuff. It's a lot of money when you factor in car payments, uh, gas bill, electric bill, water bill, your mortgage on your home, your rent if you're renting, uh, car insurance, you know, internet, cell phone bill. That $4,800 that we all lost because of Joe Biden and his inflationary policies, we all could have used that last year. Let's be perfectly honest.
Oh yeah. Even the categories. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like you said, these prices are. I think things are just nuts. Like a modern truck, like 50 grand for an average pickup. Like that's crazy.
And you don't even have to look at. You don't have to look at the cost of fucking eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's like a spike right now. So, and apparently it's not everywhere. Mrs. Hotshot did a post earlier today, and they were like $2.99. That's pretty much what they were around here before, like $2.69, something like that.
It was $1.99 for a thing of eggs.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah. Well, you figure it's a little different everywhere or something, but now they're like last time I looked, it was $5 a dozen. So
yeah, it was like $3.54 depending on what brand you were getting at Walmart last time we were there. Last time I was in the egg section anyway.
okay. Yeah, I seen somebody posted a picture on YouTube. I don't know what, or who, but roll call. Walmart eggs. I seen Walmart. It said great value on the container, or like $10.99, something like that.
Well, Christmas, the cheapest fucking half gallon of eggnog was $5.
Eggnog's usually expensive though.
Not that much.
It's
Last
pricey.
year,
It's more than
last year, the low price stuff was $3.50 a gallon, half gallon. It was $5 this year.
okay. Well, maybe it's different where you're at, but for a gallon, I'd expect to
No,
pay.
not a gallon, half gallon. I misspoke.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the quarts of the good stuff last year were $3. This year, the quarts of the good stuff were $5 or approaching $5. It was like $4.80 for a quart.
Yeah, stuff's nuts, man.
Yeah. Joe Biden taking a victory lap on Twitter because gas prices have come down a smidgen. It's like, dude, they're still $1 more than when you took office. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you're supposed to be happy. Yeah. It's nuts, man. Nuts.
Yeah, gas prices here about the time he took office were $1.99 per gallon for a gallon of regular. It's 3 something now for the same damn thing. 2 years in. 2 years. Gas prices went up almost $2. Yeah, their gas prices are going to start going up because you can't keep tapping the strategic reserve to try and artificially keep the gas prices down. Election season's over, so he doesn't give a shit anymore. Hey, Bernie.
I'm wondering how heating oil is. I haven't heard much lately. So
our gas bill's higher than what it was last year.
Yeah.
Last year our gas bill was 100. Around this time last year was around 199. Now it's almost 300 this year. Temperatures ain't really been any different. We've got more snow than we got ice. And last year was mostly we would get ice storms, and this year we've had a couple snowstorms. But as far as the actual air temperatures, they've been about the same.
Have you bought new thermals in a while?
I haven't really upgraded any of that stuff, but the
That's
insulation
the
and
problem right there. Your
well, the
thermals are
insulation in the
so
roof and
thin.
everything. Well,
You're
no, the
just
insulation in the roof and
colder and
everything.
you don't even realize it.
Yeah, the insulation in the roof, up in the roof and everything, that had just been done not long before we bought the place. They had that expensive blowing stuff put in the house. Went got in through the walls and the ceiling and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've done those jobs. Seen people break their wrists drilling the holes too. Being idiots, just half-ass and holding a drill, and it catch just right, and boom, uh, they're done for the day.
Yeah, I mean the house holds in the heat, especially the upstairs. You go upstairs and it is warm as all hell up there. The problem is the thermostat is downstairs, and the heat likes to rise. But it doesn't get cold downstairs. But it's just the price of natural gas has gone up that much. And of course, you got the White House blaming the Russian invasion of Ukraine is why your heating bills have gone up this winter. Yeah, because that wasn't happening before that. I can't really talk about the gas bill, what our gas bill would have been 2 winters ago, because 2 winters ago we were still living at the other place. And when we lived there, we had a townhouse on one side and a townhouse on the other side, and we hardly ever turned our heat on, just from the heat that was coming in through the walls from the other two places. You know, our place. There was times in the winter we had to turn the air conditioning on because it was getting too hot in the damn place. Got Ozzy out there, Uplift Mofo Party Plans out there saying that he blames Al Gore for winter. Yeah, it's all Al Gore's fault. Him and his inconvenient truth.
Well, I don't know. I mean, technically, they say we're shifting. I believe it was like 40 miles or something like that each year now off the axis of the poles. So
Yeah, it's a cyclical thing that happens. And then
yeah,
had
but
that.
apparently it's sped up. Back in 1990, it was like 2 miles or something like that a year, and now we're at like something like 40 miles. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they said that this one Japanese scientist was saying that when that major volcanic eruption happened in the Pacific a couple years ago, that really put things monkey wrench into everything,
Hmm.
and that shifted the Earth on its axis a little bit when that volcano blew its top, which has been known to happen in the past with volcanoes. They can look at the geographical record or geological record, rather not geographic with along with the geological, this placement of where everything is now compared to where it was then, and and looking at the evidence in the rock from where ash clouds and everything, and they can using those little things they can determine that it's happened. The Earth at times has been like a ping pong ball. You'd have a volcano go off in the Pacific, one go off over in the Mediterranean, like over Vesuvius, or the one that blew up the one island over there in Greece, Santorini Island or whatever it is. Those have shifted the Earth one way, and then the volcano in the Pacific will go off and it'll shift the Earth back in the other direction. It's just been So it's not like nature doesn't have a role to play in all of this stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, strange. Some of this stuff.
Yeah, every time you get a major volcanic eruption, that's throwing more carbon and stuff into the air than humanity has its entire existence.
I Some say the shift or whatever. I don't know, due to magnetic, whatever the case, blah blah blah, with the moon or something. I don't know. But the shift is what causes a lot of the pressures to change in volcanoes. So, and that you can go back and look historically and see, when a lot of big eruptions have happened, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. There's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be a chain of this type of stuff. So who knows? But supposedly we're moving quicker every year. So I just hope, I don't know how it's rolling, but wherever I'm at moves more towards the equator and it's warmer. Because I don't want no more colder stuff.
Yeah. The other thing to take into consideration that people don't think about and that they just totally ignore when it comes to this climate change shit, right? When Krakatoa had its really big explosion back in the 1800s, that sent everything back into a mini ice age, right? We're still coming out of that. We still have not fully come out of that mini ice age from the Krakatoa explosion back in the 1800s. Is that explosion threw so much shit up into the air that for there was some in July there were parts of North America that were covered in snow when that happened, and we're still coming out of that shit.
Well, it's a huge, huge conspiracy, man. They're trying to keep the planet cooler because it's getting warmer, and when it gets warm enough, a couple degrees more, like fruit trees and stuff just grow everywhere,
Yeah.
harvested, and they won't be able to control us with the big pharma anymore because we'll be plucking steaks out of the trees.
Well, in the 1800s, people were the late 1800s when this happened. People were starving because it couldn't. The Midwest couldn't produce enough wheat. And that's what. And then you had the potato famine in Ireland. This was why you saw the huge influx of the Irish into New York. That was all a result of that mini ice age and the various blights and stuff that it caused on different crops. No, but like I say, Krakatoa. It's a huge volcano in the South Pacific. I believe it's in Indonesia or one of the Indonesian islands, somewhere down that area.
Yeah, I think they got like the most, something like the most volcanoes per country or something like that. Or
Mm-hmm.
island chain, was it 2,000 islands, something like that. So many of them on,
Well, remember the
starts with
Pacific
an F.
Rim. The Pacific Rim is known as the Ring of Fire for a reason.
Yeah. Well, it sits right on like those plate shifts, like right
Yeah,
there. The
and
whole chain is volcanic erosion or eruption.
yeah, and you look at all the mountains, all the mountains in all the countries that border along the Pacific. All those mountain ranges are all volcanic mountain ranges.
I believe it's the most heavily populated areas around volcanoes, around volcanic areas, and there's several of them. So
Mm-hmm.
like
United
200,
States.
something crazy. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
all the way you go. You start the southern tip of South America, come all the way up through South America, Mexico, the United States, Canada, Alaska. You go back down. You go across the Bering Strait, down Russia, China, Japan, Vietnam, or Korea, Vietnam. All the way down through all those countries, Indonesia, Malaysia, and all that. It's all those mountain ranges are all volcanic.
Looks beautiful. Like, I damn sure wouldn't want to live there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, G23's out there now. Oh, by the way, he's saying that's BS, Rob. It's natural weather patterns that are verifiable. I guess he's playing YouTube advocate.
Oh, yeah. I think we're talking about the same thing. We're on the same page. It's
Yeah,
all natural.
yeah. I mean, volcanoes are natural unless Dr. Evil's come around and built one that nobody told me about.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to tell us water's not wet or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
Modern scientists.
Yeah, some of them got their science degrees out of a Cracker Jack box.
Something. Or political science.
Yeah. Well, that Bill Nye guy, he's not even a scientist. He's got a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. No degree in physics. No degree in climate. He doesn't even have a degree in that made up climatology science. That became a thing back in the 90s. But yeah. The guy that was teaching our kids science doesn't know shit about science because he's not even. Doesn't know nothing about it. Just reading the script, now he runs around acting like he knows everything about science. But we're not going to get started on that piece of shit. Yeah, waiting to see if anybody else has any comments. Sometimes a comment will come in out there in the YouTube chat, and all of a sudden we're off and rolling off of a YouTube comment. But nobody's really saying much of anything up there. Oh, I know what I just saw Uplift where you talked about Al Gore earlier. That at the beginning of his Inconvenient Truth, where they have the so-called ice falling off of Antarctica and everything that he claims in the narrative is happening, that was from a Hollywood movie. That was from that one Dennis Quaid movie where New York City froze over. I can't remember the name of the movie right now. But yeah, that wasn't even a shot of what was anything that was going on in Antarctica, like Al Gore tried claiming it was. And yet, everybody still acts like that movie is 100% truth. The way anybody found out is one guy that worked for the production company had finally seen the movie. This was a couple of years ago. Had finally seen it, but he had finally seen Al Gore's movie. He's like, "Wait a minute!" He's looking at it, and he goes back, pulls out his rough work that he did on the movie. He's like, "They took our scene. That's not actually real. That's what I did. I made that on a computer." And yeah, but everybody just goes along like Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth was all 100% fact. Because people are stupid. And I think we've talked about this before. Al Gore is only in the whole climate thing because he stands to become a multi-billionaire if the more and more countries enact this carbon credit shit, because he's on the board of directors for almost every major company, and if he's not the main shareholder, he's damn close to it in quite a few of them. It's all a scam. I don't care if YouTube likes it or not.
Yeah. And just for the record, the Chevy Suburban was the first vehicle to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Shame. Sorry, in this case, Walk of Fame.
This, okay. Somebody's dogs are barking outside. What else is fucking new? Wife wants to know why I don't want a dog. That's one of the reasons. Right there. No, I don't want to have to deal with the barking because you know damn well some asshole outside is going to keep their dog out constantly, and then that dog's going to start barking. Then the neighbor dog's going to start barking. Then the next neighbor's dog's going to start barking. The next thing you know, we're going to have every damn dog in the neighborhood barking, and then your damn dog's going to start barking, and I'm going to end up with a headache because your dog's going to keep barking because everybody else's goddamn dog's going to bark because they're like, no, I don't want to deal with that. Bad enough I get woke up all the time by the neighbor's dogs. I don't need to get woke up because she wants a dog. One of these days, something might happen to the neighbor's dog. I don't know what. I don't know who's going to do it, but something might happen to that. There's a lot of people getting really pissed off at this one neighbor's dog.
Yeah, that shit is annoying. We had people moving down the street. They got like, I don't know, like 12 or 20 of those little damn curly, tiny little ankle biter dogs. I don't know what the hell they are. Little things, but anytime anything happens, one will bark and they all start barking. So I think the guy sold them or something because I haven't heard him. Well, it's been winter too. So, but man, that shit is annoying. The whole neighborhood hates that shit.
Yeah.
So I guess probably a breeder or something. Yeah.
Yes. Well, somebody in the neighborhood has a German Shepherd Hound Dog mix, and they let this dog out at all times of day and night. And you'll be laying up in bed trying to sleep, all you hear is, oh, God, shut your fucking dog up.
Dude, you just freaked my cat out. I think you got, like, genuine dog in your DNA or something.
But yeah, you start getting that annoying hound dog howling shit going from this dog, and it's like, oh my God. Gets so annoying. You know, you're laying in bed.
See, some dogs are cool, though. Some are cool. They only bark when you really got a problem or whatever, but others are a pain in the ass, for sure. Yeah, but the problem is, when you go, like anything, you go look at something or you're interested, they're going to tell you exactly what you want to hear. And then you get home and it tears your house apart, pisses on everything, and won't let you sleep.
Yeah. Well,
what can you do? You like, no refunds? Oh, hell no.
The last time she decided she wanted to get a dog, she used our daughter as it was going to be her dog. And they were only going to get a small dog. They came back with this monster pit bull puppy.
It's funny.
She was a good dog. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it was right after I had really fucked my arm up. And I was told, oh no, you're not going to have to walk it or anything. You're not going to have to do anything, have to worry about it. That I'm going to take care of everything, or she's going to take care of everything.
They set your ass up.
It's like, oh no, this is after they brought the dog home, because I told them no about even going out and getting a dog. All right, whatever. We're gonna go grocery shopping. Yeah, we'll be back in a few hours. They come back with this goddamn pit bull puppy. It's like,
dude, that's when you order one of them maids off from like Craigslist or something to show up, something skimpy, and then just be like, yeah, I don't care if you said no. We got the dog, right? That dog would take a hike. I'm telling you, man.
Well, the dog eventually did. But, yeah, guess who ended up having to walk that dog and shit? The person was told, oh, you're not going to have to do any of that. I knew damn well. When they even asked, and I told them, no dog. We're not, no. Yeah,
It seems like the problem is they just don't respect your authority.
Yeah, respect my authority. I even got a hat that says that.
Like, dude, I don't even clean the litter box.
I don't either.
Like,
Like,
I don't do that. I don't vacuum the furniture. I'll
didn't want
vacuum
to.
the floor, but I don't vacuum the furniture because it's all her damn cat shit.
Yep.
Not shit,
Like,
literally, but you know what I mean.
oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's like she's like, well, can I get? Well, we were living at the one place. Well, can I get a cat? I was like, you get a cat. Don't even ask me to clean the litter box because I ain't doing it. She's the one that wanted the cat. She's the reason why we got all these goddamn cats now. I'll be damned if I'm cleaning that litter box.
Yeah, like just dealing with the girls themselves can be bad enough. You know what I mean? Like you got to clean the pee trap like once a year.
Mm-hmm.
All the hair and shit that ends up down there. I don't, you know what I mean? It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, the one kitten has decided that he wants to use the
drain. Makes me vomit. Sorry,
what
Rich.
was that?
Oh, I was just going off what Rob was saying. When you live with a bunch of women, man, that the hair that gets clogged in the shower drains and the sink drains makes you want to puke.
Mm-hmm.
Because you pull it out, it looks like a dead mouse that's been violated. Oh, just all gross and slimy.
Yeah. Well, the one kitten, the little orange one that I showed you guys, he's decided that the human bathroom is where he should go to the bathroom. The only problem is he hasn't gotten the idea that you're supposed to lift the toilet seat and then poop in the toilet, so instead he poops in the bathtub.
Dude, you need to prop that seat up. The hell with the wife. Prop the seat up and put a camera in there, bro. Seriously, that's a money shot right there.
He will go in the bathtub and take a dump in the bathtub, right by the drain too.
See, I don't know, man. You can get it to use the toilet, you got something. Shitting in the tub.
You can train cats to use the toilet. People have done it. They even have special toilet seats for cats.
Yeah, but I've never done it. I don't know.
I've never done it. I've never done it.
So if you showed us your cat using the toilet online right now, that would blow mine. It'd be a little disgusting, but it would blow.
Had a neighbor that hurt. They trained their cat to use the toilet. You go to their house, it's like, don't close the bathroom door when you're done. It was like, okay, why would it? Well, the cat's got, because we got to leave it open in case the cat's got to use the toilet, and don't put the toilet seat down. Okay.
Anybody train dogs to do that?
I don't know. I've never heard of anybody training a dog to do it.
That might be one for the cats then.
Well, we had one cat. He would go into the bathroom and he would turn the bathtub on. He would go in there and he's sitting in there with the water on, drinking the bathtub water as it's coming out of the faucet. They'd have full water bowl. He'd be in the bathroom drinking water right from the bathtub faucet.
Had a cat that used to jump in the shower with you.
Oh, we've had cats do that too.
Water. Like, not all cats. Some cats don't mind water. Like,
yeah, we had a cat. When he was a kitten, he would go outside with the kids, and he'd be out there with their little kiddie pool. He'd jump in there he'd jump in the kiddie pool, and then he would jump in the tub as he got older. If my wife didn't close the bathroom door all the way, if she was in there taking a bath, he'd push the door open, go in the bathroom, and jump right in the tub with her. He didn't care about water. Didn't bother him any.
Your wife make it home, Moo?
Yeah, I picked her up from the airport on Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah, she's gone for 3 weeks. And I don't know why, but she's been cleaning the house for like 3 days. Actually, I do know why. Because when she was on vacation, she drank too much, and now she's sober as hell.
It couldn't just be because you're a slob. Right?
And Oh no, I was fine. I'm not the slob of the house. I guarantee you that. But she's on the wagon because she drank too much on vacation. So now she's sober and like running around looking for stuff to do.
Tell her to go clean out the back of your pickup truck. Good Lord.
Yeah, she could have done that a little bit. Don't you think? I had like 2.5 heart attacks doing that. And my daughter, she's in college, and she just got a job at Rite Aid, so she's not coming home on the weekends anymore. And I taught her how to run the snowblower last year.
You said Rite Aid?
The pharmacy, Rite Aid.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure they had those anymore. So
yeah, we don't have them anymore.
Yeah.
The ones around here are all freaking
Walgreens.
Walgreens now.
Yeah, we got like Walgreens, CVS, and some independents. But we used to have Rite Aid, but I haven't seen a Rite Aid in probably like 15 years in New York.
Oh, okay.
Like a long time. I thought they were out of business, so they just must have, switched areas or reduced some.
Yeah, it's like a half mile from her house. So, yeah. She walked in, and she was putting in some applications all over town, and she walked into the pharmacy, and it's like, "Are you guys hiring?" And it was the manager. She goes, "Come back to my office." She goes, "Oh, okay." She's like got holy jeans on, a half like a Metallica shirt on. her hair's all messed up. They sat in her office for like a half an hour talking, and she got the job offer on the spot.
Wow, it's like the old days.
She started the next day. She walked in there at like 5:00 on a Friday, and she was working her first shift at 3:00 on Saturday.
Yep, that's like the old days. That's how the shit used to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all this online back and forth, 3 interviews, all this from what I hear. So
and fill out those goddamn stupid behavior quiz bullshit things.
Yep.
Cool. She got the job. I don't know what they offer. Some pharmacies offer, they'll actually pay you job training to go through and become a pharmacist, basically. So, you're working anyway. You know what I mean?
She's just there during school.
Yeah. Well, it's something.
Yeah. I mean, who knows?
I mean, hopefully it's not a horrible area, because the one bad thing about pharmacies, they do attract trouble these days.
Well, she's at college, so it's she's in college, so it's right down the street from college, and those college kids want to work, so they're pretty hard up for help. So I'm sure that's part of why she got hired so fast, because she's like a go-getter. I mean, she made $12,000 in like not even 3 months last summer waitressing. I just got her W-2. It was 12,000 something. That's all in tips.
So now, when you say waitressing, can you be more specific?
Yeah, she was at a brew pub. She was like the lead. She was the team leader for all the waitresses, so she made the schedules and everything for all the servers.
Okay, just clarify.
It's a bar restaurant, not a strip club, you sick bastard.
Yeah, Rob was thinking she was one of the topless waitresses at the local strip club or something.
No, being smart.
I know you're going with that when I was starting to talk. You son of a bitch. But no, I mean, I just got I got the letter here. She's on the dean's list for the last semester, and yeah, so she's got a job, got a house, dean's list. I mean, what more would you ask for? Plus, she kicks the shit out of me on live stream.
Cool, man. So she's on the up and up. Everything's going good with her.
Oh yeah, and she's single. She broke up with a boyfriend over Thanksgiving, so they were dating for 3 years. She's 20 years old. So that was probably kind of a good thing. I liked her boyfriend, but I like her better when she's single.
Do want little itty baby moves running around?
You
She
just don't want to share his time with, you know.
she already told me she's not having kids.
Yeah, the
No.
boyfriend lived close, right? So every time she came over, she ended up hanging out at his place, right?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it was all kind of
It's like
mostly mostly one-sided.
robs you. What the hell?
Yeah. Come on, man. You're home for the weekend. Who am I going to play with? Jesus. I mean, I got to play some pool, man. Yeah, we're pretty tight. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about my boy. Who knows if he's going to have kids? He's been married for over a year now.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't anytime soon.
No, that would not be good for his home dynamic.
I think Rich White's going to have another kid.
No, that ain't possible.
You see my name on my avatar?
Jeez.
White gas.
It's a White Castle, I was going maybe White House, maybe White Stripes, White Plains, New York.
Yep. I know. That's funny.
White milk. Remember
I
back in
prefer
school,
chocolate.
Dave?
Well, what about with firearms or gear or something? Because there's black all types of stuff. You know what I mean?
No, man. You
No,
guys,
I hear you. It's like
when
black.
you were in lunch line, when you guys were in school as a kid, did anybody ever go up to get to the end and you're asking what you want to drink, whether you want juice, tea, iced tea, or milk, and the kids were always like, white milk.
Not
What
me. I
other
was
kind
on
is
chocolate milk.
Yeah, white or chocolate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, but they would
that.
specify, instead of just saying milk, they would specify white milk.
Now they go
Whole
almond milk.
yeah, 1%.
Almond milk or oat milk
Yeah.
or
It's like-
0.5%. Fuck that shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point? I don't understand it. Like, you can't even change the color of your coffee with that shit.
I mean, whole milk is only like 3.4%.
Yeah, something like that.
Bad enough as it is.
When it's filling, at least you have taste and fulfillment. It's like
Yeah,
satisfaction.
you get 1% or less, you might as well be drinking water.
Dude, that's gross. My wife will
You
bring
ever
it
eat cereal with that shit? Like 1%
No.
cereal? Oh, man.
No,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even recommend trying it. Like,
I
it's
refuse.
probably be easier just using water or something psychologically.
Or beer. Put some beer in there.
Yeah, it's like
Mm-hmm.
cloudy water is what it looks like. You know what I mean? It just it screws with you.
Looks like a hooker's pap smear.
Yeah, it's like drinking Michelob Ultralight beer. What's the point?
Oh, if you mix that with vodka, it's all right.
But the ultralight, the one that's like really light beer.
That's the only way I can drink White Claws, if I mix it 50-50 with vodka.
I've never had a White Claw. I've heard about all this. I walk by it in the grocery store all the time. Never bothered looking.
Expensive.
I never had one either.
It just never heard of it. But yet it's like a whole culture thing from what I hear.
Yeah, it's a low-calorie seltzer. Whatever.
I don't know if you've tried it yet, but that Pepsi Nitro is some good shit.
Nitro?
No.
Pepsi Nitro, yeah. Instead of being carbonated, it's made with nitrogen. And
Oh, like a Guinness.
yeah, it's extremely smooth, man. Cause you know how like cola, you have that little bit of roughness to it as you're swallowing it. This stuff goes down super smooth when you're drinking it.
I heard if you
Really
put that
good.
shit in the car, it's better than track gas.
It's made with actual sugar and not the corn syrup shit.
Like the Mexican Coke made with cane sugar.
Yeah. But it's expensive. A 4-pack of it's like $8.
Well, at least you don't get the diabetes, or not the diabetes, but the the brain tumors from the artificial sweeteners.
1980 something. I don't know. It's what the ad said. They used to sell 8-packs of Pepsi for like $1.69.
Oh yeah,
In the glass
I can believe it.
bottle.
Yeah, glass bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get.
We're getting
12
ripped off, man.
Yeah, we used to get. It looked like, remember the little glass 16-ounce bottles?
Oh yeah.
The little corner store that sold the penny candy and shit used to get 12-ounce sizes of those. We paid 20 cents, I think, for one of them, cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom used to go through an 8-pack of glass Pepsi, 16-ounce every week. Every time we went to the grocery store, she had to get her Pepsi.
It was like at least once a day during the summer. She was sending me and my brother down to the little corner store, the other corner store, because that's what everybody called them. Like, we just called them the little corner store. Basically, they were the little convenience stores of the day, but they were like the little stores that you always saw on TV shows and stuff. She would send us to one of them to go pick up the 2-liter at least once a day. At least once a day, we were going to get a 2-liter of Pepsi.
Well, fun fact: soda has been proven to shorten your telomeres, which is real. Linked to your
How long you're going to be alive?
Basically, age or youth or whatnot. So they state even drinking I forgot what the hell it was, like a glass of soda, I don't know how many ounces, whatever, a day, every day, will have an effect over the course of 2 years. So skin tends to shrink, dry, crack, look older, and supposedly physically as well. So, but that's the visible effects, supposedly.
My skin hasn't shrank in years.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's what they say. So,
I got more skin than Chinatown.
You might be countering it. Whatever.
I'm growing skin as we speak.
But you would think if that information came out public, no girls under 45, 50 would even touch soda. You know what I mean? But yet I've known so many people that'll live on a bottle of soda a day, 2 bottles of soda a day. It's crazy.
You guys remember back in the day, all the girls ordering Tab because that was the cool thing to do? Because
Tab and Fresca.
Yeah. You always see the girls with a Tab. Shit tasted oh man, it was nasty as hell. But all the girls were drinking it just because that was the cool thing to do, because they saw some model or something drinking that shit.
Yeah, I think it was Jamie Lee Curtis or something that used to peddle that crap. Or Cheryl Tiegs or one of the models, or something.
Yeah.
Kardashians.
This was before the Kardashians.
It's the modern day Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
Gag me with the spoon and stuff.
Then they had remember the Pepsi challenge? Pepsi always won those goddamn things, and yet Coke still every year sold more than Pepsi ever. It's how is it that Pepsi continues to win these taste tests, and yet Coke still is the biggest seller?
Rigged? Well, I don't know. Are you guys watching this game, Kansas City?
I haven't watched any football since the last week of the
sports
season.
Ball?
No.
It's 2020 with 5 minutes left in the fourth.
Damn.
And I've been texting Gary back and forth because Kansas City was the underdog. And they were leading up until the half, and now it's tied up. Got 5 minutes to go. It's been a really, really weird game. Back and forth and kind of crazy.
Knives is out there. So evening in Defense Dad. Defense Dad says he drinks soda and don't look a day over 60. He's only 48, though.
That dude don't look 60. He don't look 48 either. I don't think.
Oh.
Wow.
I don't know. What do I know?
It must be his luscious hair.
Mm. He also said he sheds like a Yeti, so.
He's probably got that Manscaped thing going where he shaves in the shower every day, all the regions.
Uh-huh.
He's got like a big question mark in his chest.
I love how they call it the lawnmower.
Right.
Well, now you
What,
offended
you guys don't
G23.
manscape?
Huh?
Said what? You guys don't manscape?
No, we were just talking about the Manscaping brand. How they call their shaver thingy the lawnmower.
Yeah, I seen the ads. It's funny.
Speaking of lawnmower, Mr. Knives is in the chat.
Yeah, I already said that.
Chocolate.
You know, a turtle that doesn't need any manscaping.
Mhm.
Well, who are you to assume what's going on underneath the shell?
Oh, dude, my mind just went crazy right there.
Turtles don't have hair.
You got a turtle with a giant fucking fro down below.
God. He's got to trim them scales back. That's what it is.
Oh, man. It must be Sunday night.
It is.
Trying to get my mind straight for freaking work tomorrow. That's what I was doing in the first hour. I was getting all my paperwork done, my beef jerky done, and so I could jump on here and have a little fun and decompress a little bit.
Now, Defense Dad is asking, are you supposed to have different trimmers for manscaping than you use for your beard? Since he's asking for a friend.
Nope. G23 is like, no. Well, I don't know. Does it
It's
smell?
all the same stuff, man.
The
Just
Remington
clean
beard
them really
trimmer. My wife got me a Remington beard trimmer for my birthday last year. And it actually came with the beard trimming head and then another head on it for manscaping.
Now, see, in my town, I have two different ones. I don't want that shit touching the other shit.
Well, you don't use the same head for
Same
a trimmer.
clippers, man.
Once
knows
it's
if you get some-
basically you're changing the battery unit from one to the other.
No, I want different blades for different use.
They are different blades.
No, if you have the same machine, you just change the thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but the one that touches your face ain't never going to be touching down there.
Yeah, but it's still the same cutters.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
It's just the same battery and power button. Everything, the actual blades
I don't
and
know
cutting
what-
implements and everything are all different.
You're using some new age fangled thing then. The clippers are the clippers, and you just change the guard on it.
No, it's not
Mine.
the same thing. No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, let me see if I can give you some kind of. Okay,
I'd show you mine, but it looks like a
I don't
crime scene.
I don't feel like running upstairs. pretend this knife. Okay, for visual aid, this knife is the battery and power pack.
Mhm.
Here is your beard trimmer. It just clips onto the battery pack. When you're done with that, you take it off. Set that aside. Here is your manscaping attachment. You put that onto the battery pack.
Oh, that's
So
way different than what I use.
So in no way does either one of these blades touch the other area unless you're deciding to do it that way for whatever weird reason or fetish you may have.
I don't have that kind of fetish.
No, I don't either.
G23, you're probably right.
Oh.
I'd mix them up, and next thing you know, it's got poop all over it.
Well, it's only got two blades. If you mix it up, you're doing something.
I've got 2 sets, but honestly, I don't really care. I mean, like, I would think you clean them every time and with alcohol and shit anyway afterwards. So,
And you're supposed to do that in the shower, so anything that you're trimming would be clean anyway at that point, right?
It takes me like a half hour. I do it outside the shower. I tell my wife the dog was shedding.
The fence dad's
Grab
asking
the
why the
garbage
trimmer.
can, man.
He's asking why the trimmer was next to my. It wasn't. That was 3 different knives that I was using as a visual aid. Try watching on a bigger screen there.
It's like a teaching moment.
Exactly.
Oh, Edward Scissorhands. No, Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands. No, not with as clumsy as he was. No.
Oh, those things are huge.
Yeah. He was
I can't afford to lose anything else.
Yeah, remember when he was trying to help the lady that was choking her or something, and he ended up almost killing her? No, that
God damn, I haven't watched that show in 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Just trying to trach her,
Oh, I watched a movie last night called The Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen that one?
No, but I've heard of it.
I think so, but it's been a while.
Oh, it's pretty good. I was gonna watch what was the something in Hollywood with Leonardo DiCaprio.
But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, Once Upon a Time. But it was like 3 hours long, and I couldn't commit to that kind of time frame at the moment. So I heard it's pretty good though. G23.
Alrighty then.
That's why I'm in wound care, buddy. Just take care of stuff like that.
Oh man!
What he's not telling you is that the wound care nurse was a 500-pound guy. He's trying to make it sound like it was a female nurse, this hot female nurse, but we know better.
Did she have the paper hat?
He had a paper hat.
He was pitching a tent for sure.
Mm.
So G23, you still on the black foam on your wound vac? He was asking me last night.
Why's it got to be black, man?
Because that's the best part. The white one. The white foam is for getting the shit out. The black foam is to heal it up. See, that's the best part. It's the black foam. Got smaller channels. Oh, fumble.
You're only watching the game to fuck with Gary, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I kind of wanted you guys got to root for the underdog, man. I don't really care. Uh-oh. Oh, intentional grounding. Woods. White foam. That means a couple different things.
Mm-hmm. And in defense stats comment right above that.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
Yeah. When I was 13, I had to go in for an ultrasound on my bladder, but they had to do the catheter to put the fluid into the... Well, you know how that all works. We worked in medical.
Oh, yeah.
And the nurse that they had come in to do the catheter part, right? Oh my God, was she smoking hot?
You're going to have to relieve this erection before I can put this catheter in, sir.
She had just graduated at medical school, too, nursing school. She's telling my mother about how she had just graduated. I'm like, God, no.
Wait a minute. Your mother was in the room while she was playing with your thing?
Well,
sticking
no.
What the
She
hell?
came before any of that. My mother left the room before any of that. But she came in, introduced herself to my mother, and I'm the nurse that's going to be assisting with the procedure. You know, that kind of deal.
All right, just checking. Like, trying to figure out what kind of party this actually was.
No, nothing that would be on Pornhub kind of stuff. No, nothing along those lines.
Oh yeah, Ozzy knows what I'm talking about. Intentional grounding. He's watching the game too. A minute left. A minute 12 left. Tied up. It's been a crazy game. But speaking of having your mother in the room while somebody's messing with your junk, I got nothing. I was just going to say that.
Not even on like a ride home from the movies. You know, parents were in the front seat.
What kind of movies you going to?
Oh yeah, you never looked in the back seat, man.
Yeah,
On the
you
way
know.
home. On the way home,
So
you
we
heard
thought,
something that sounded like a horse galloping through the muddy meadow. You did not look back. It's a distinct sound.
it's all crazy stuff, man.
So it sounds pretty quiet over there, Rob. Got no people hollering in the background.
Nope, not tonight. Lady's listening to an audio book, so you got earbuds in.
Oh yeah.
Doing her thing, yeah.
Do you know what book she's listening to?
I don't. It's a series, so I'm not sure what it is.
Oh.
It's one I've already read. We've been through that, but I don't remember. Or should say listen to. I didn't read it.
I tried reading a book this weekend. I'm not a book reader.
I don't mind if I literally have nothing else, like if I'm trapped somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. So the last book I read was Darker Than Night. It was about the double homicide up in northern Michigan during deer hunting season while I was at deer camp. And nobody else was there but me. So I was kind of trapped. I mean, I had the satellite TV and stuff, but I'm like, I'll pick this up and read it. So I read it. And it wasn't that long a book. It was like, I don't know, a couple hundred pages, maybe 300. And kind of freaked me out a little bit. But the other one was we went with a couple, our friends, another couple, went to Beaver Island, no pun intended. They had no internet, no TV, and it was like a whole bookcase full of books. So I read The Old Man and the Sea, right?
There's no way Epstein didn't have internet, man.
I was out in the hammock and, reading this book. And that's a short book. I mean, Old Man and the Sea is pretty short.
Yeah, it's not like we're reading A Tale of Two Cities.
No. Damn thing's taller than my car.
Hell, War and Peace is bigger.
Jesus.
That's actually 2 fucking volumes.
Oh, I looked over at the bookcase the other day, and there's all the volumes of the Harry Potter series, and they're all like frickin' 2-3 inches thick. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going in there. I'm not going there.
Yeah, but they're really big print. If you've ever looked at the Harry Potter books, they actually the hardcover editions, they're actually got some pretty big print in them.
Yeah, that's what we have, the hardcovers. But that seems like I can't commit. That's like a big commitment.
Misfits says it's Winter World by A.G. Riddle that she's listening to.
Winter World by... Oh, you just said that.
Oh, well, clearly she's not listening to it if she's got many ears.
Yeah, right? She's obviously listening to us and just playing it off like she's listening to the audiobook.
Did she hear the derogatory stuff you said about her earlier then?
I don't think so.
You know damn well if
If
she did, he'd
so,
have been
I
getting
was
slapped.
yeah, I was talking about the other chick. If so, don't worry about it.
If you had another chick, you would be dead.
Is that defense dad? I don't know what planet you live on, man, but no, they don't. he says the best place to read is to crap or pee-pee to leave you alone in there. Not in this house, they don't. Are you
Oh yeah.
almost done in there?
Oh no, they leave me alone because they know what they're getting into.
Yeah, you got to scream and kick the wall once in a while. You know.
Actually, my old house, we had no. There was no locks on the bathroom doors.
Oh wow.
Yep, it was just common courtesy, man. Although, going back to when I was a kid, I used to live with my grandparents, and my great grandmother had a stroke, so she lived with us in the summer, and I was probably 14, 15 years old, sitting on the crapper, and my great grandma, she had her walker. She leaned against the door and fell into the bathroom, and I was in a compromising position, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I found my grandpa's hustlers. Just put it that way. I may have been violating myself a little bit.
Yeah, we got the drift.
Luckily, I wasn't close to, Outcast is just shaking his head right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Misfit says, nope, wasn't listening, but I know better. He knows better.
I'm glad there's only 8 people watching right now. Although this is going to be online forever, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the record, I just want to state she's crazy. Like, I've literally woken up to her giving me that evil eye, just staring at me.
Yeah, here's the little guy that thinks the bathtub is the toilet, by the way. He hasn't got the concept.
He smells like that shaver. She gave you the evil eye?
Yeah, man. She had some weird dream. Like, you know.
Oh, and you're guilty.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Like, for like 2 freaking days. Like.
You screwed my friend in my dream. How dare you?
Like, seriously.
Woods, if I was going to go blind, I'd have been blind like 50 years ago. Oh, that's funny. You know, my wife has the same thing. She's like, oh, there's your girlfriend on TV. I'm like, who's that? She goes, Shakira. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah. In my dream, you were banging Shakira. I'm like, really? Nice.
Damn.
I'm like, can you show me?
Can you elaborate? Do you remember what her phone number was?
Was I mediocre at best, or was I slinging it or what?
That would probably get you in more trouble if you asked that.
Dude, for like months. She's like, there's your girlfriend. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about, you psycho?
Yeah. Like, that shit really screws with them, man.
You should really be concerned with what I was really dreaming about last night. 8 seconds left. Still tied up. Gary's texting me.
So going to overtime, huh?
.45-yard field goal attempt to win the game. Wow. With 8 seconds left. Oh, he got it. Going crazy. So it looks like it's going to be Philly and Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
Yay.
Yeah, I don't care.
Filthy can eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah, bag of dicks.
Oh, you've never seen those gummy dicks things that they used to sell on Amazon? It was a joke thing you would buy people. Here, now you can actually eat a bag of dicks.
I've seen they do sell gummy everything though, like everything, like 2-foot gummy worms, like all types of shit. Huge gummy bears. They sell gummy tacos, like realistic size. There's gummy everything nowadays. Gummy pizzas. It's crazy.
Yeah. The mall in Hagerstown, Maryland has a candy store in there. They have all kinds of gummy shit. Gummy pizzas, for crying out loud, which are the toppings are separate individual little gummies that go on top of the gummy pizza.
Yep, I've seen them. Like, it's crazy. Like, there's a limit to gummy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I was munching on part of a bag of gummy worms or something's all right, but like they've just gone too far with the gummies, in my opinion. I don't know.
The way they're going with gummy vitamins, Defense Dad, there might be. I never looked. Should we do a Google search real quick about what Defense Dad's asking?
It's your search history.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. That's what incognito mode's for.
Wait till you see the ads you get next week.
That's what I said. That's what incognito mode is for.
Sounds like G23 wants to put some money on the game.
Apparently they have CBD gummies that are supposed to be for that issue.
They sell CBD everything. THC gummy, everything.
They're showing dudes. They're showing Cincinnati's dudes crying on the sidelines.
There is Blue Chew, which is a chewable version of those. Forgot about that. I knew about the Blue Chew thing from watching. Oh hell, what the hell? Oh yeah, there is a gummy bear Viagra. It's available online at this one online pharmacy. So yes, there are gummy Viagras, Defense Dad.
Shit, don't even have to put your teeth in.
Just gum those sons of bitches right up.
I knew about the Blue Chews from watching Being the Elite, because they were always making jokes about how they were using the Blue Chews and stuff. So I knew that. I knew those were a thing. They're like a soft candy Viagra thing. But yeah, apparently they also have gummy bear Viagra. So yeah. Fitz says, "Oh God, don't accidentally put one of those in your kid's lunch."
Oh, man.
You want
Which one, the Blue Chew or the gummy bear Viagra? They're both just as bad.
Dude, back in high school, I wouldn't go up to the chalkboard.
That would be like a hilarious prank in an office, though. Like, set those in, like, candy bowl or something.
Oh God! Yeah, put a candy dish on your desk full of gummy bears, and it's the Viagra gummy.
That would be hilarious. I don't know,
Well, if it didn't have-
especially if you
if it-
work someplace with like senior citizens and shit, so you can bust on your coworkers like, dude, what the hell? She's like 80. What are you doing?
Yeah, all those guys in a nursing home are all wearing sweatpants anyway.
I assume that'd be some type of serious crime. They'd probably.
Oh, it's got to be.
I don't know. So you'd probably go to jail nowadays or something like that.
Especially in New York. I mean,
yeah. I've seen police get called over laxatives, like putting stuff in break rooms because people keep stealing food.
oh man, yeah.
Hey, G23, I know you got the wound care thing going on, but ask about hyperbaric oxygen therapy. You could do that every day. It's going to speed up your healing.
Yeah, but that thing you just said, Rob, the hospital my wife works at, somebody who worked in another department got arrested for assault for doing that. Putting laxatives in the baited food because somebody kept taking her lunch.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you put Viagra, I mean, there's cardiac implications. There's all kinds of other, stuff. But,
man, they take the fun out of everything.
I get what you mean.
Ooh, $80K
$1 million
is what his hospital bill is going to be.
Damn.
And he doesn't have insurance.
Hyperbaric oxygen therapy. You're in a chamber for 2 to 4 hours of 100% oxygen, and it helps heal really bad wounds. So,
as long as you don't light a cigarette.
Yeah, you can't smoke in there, G23.
Yeah. That's the stuff that Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson was doing so he could get back into wrestling again after the injury he had to his neck and the damage caused by concussion. He started doing that hyperbaric stuff, and I think he was doing like a pressure chamber too.
Well, do they regulate anything? I mean, like as far as like your oxygen, do you have a mask on or something?
No, you're in a chamber.
Right, right. But it's just 100% pure oxygen?
100% pure oxygen, and you're at 1 to 1.5 atmospheres. It's like scuba diving in a way.
So how does it vent? Like,
it forces oxygen into your body, which helps heal your shit.
Okay, yeah.
It's we use it a lot in like diabetics because they have like your blood vessels are all kind of closed off and stuff, so you can't get blood to your wound to heal it. So instead of 20%, 18% oxygen, you get 100% oxygen, so it helps heal it a lot faster.
Okay, and like as far as breathing in that, it's doesn't feel like you're under pressure. I mean, does it vent out when you breathe out? I mean, how's that?
Yeah, you're fine.
So you just breathe as normal inside the tank?
Yep, you're just laying in a tube, watching a movie. Yep.
Yeah, G23 says the wound in his leg is 3 inches deep.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I've seen some shit.
So could he set up like a corrugated pipe, put some caps on the end, rig it with some oxygen tanks, get similar results?
Well, no, because it's you're under pressure. You're in a pressurized cylinder.
Yeah, you ever see like an MRI test how they put you in that big tube. It's kind of like that kind of tube. It's like a big, but it's capped at both ends, and you lay down in there, and they close it off, and then they start pumping the oxygen in.
Yeah, you're in a tank, and it's sealed, and it pressurizes it so it goes into your tissues.
It's almost like being in there. Huh?
You got any idea on the pump that they use to pressurize?
Not exactly, but they run about $250,000 a piece.
So I'm thinking, like, if I can get some giant PVC pipes, rig this up, I can.
You would. It would be more like needing.
Dude, they'll like sell them in Africa for like $10,000.
It would be more like having to get the concrete sewer tube, Rob.
Hey man, you always gotta look for the angles.
Rob's gonna be making these things out of PVC culvert pipe that they use in road work or some shit now.
No, I mean, we use it for crush injuries, for sports injuries, to speed up the healing process.
Ozzy says the same kind of tank when a diver gets to bends. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. We can use it for that, but we don't. They have different hyperbaric chambers for the bends. Like
well, how many people in Michigan come down with the bends every year?
You'd be surprised. I mean, I'm a scuba diver since '86, and I mean we get a lot of deep dives here in the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
So if you got to do emergency ascent.
No, I was asking how many people.
I don't know, but we only have like.
Well, you said that you have tanks for that too. That's why I was like, how many people in Michigan get treated for that every year?
I think right now we only have like one or two facilities in Michigan that actually you can. I think one's in Lansing. I think one's in Ann Arbor for the bends.
So one at Michigan State and one in Michigan?
Probably, yeah. That's where the money's at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've had nitrogen narcosis one time. Diving in Lake Huron on the Regina. It's a shipwreck that's in 90 feet of water, and I went down there and dropped my flashlight, and I was looking for it for like 20 minutes.
So what saved you? Did you have a buddy or something? Or did you just realize something was wrong?
No, you always die with a buddy.
Yeah,
but
don't dive alone, Rob.
He was off doing some other shit. And I just happened to swim up over top of the shipwreck, and I got up shallower, like 20, 30 foot shallower than when I was at. So I was at 60 instead of 90. And all of a sudden I came to my senses, and I looked at my air gauge, and I had 500 PSI left. So I had to go to the surface. Otherwise, I would have stayed down there until I ran out of air because I was all fucked up. It's just like being on the nitrous when you're at the dentist. You're just kind of like, what? You hear all this whoop, 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 whoop.
Was your air mix wrong or something?
Oh, no, it's normal air.
Oh.
But I was down 90 feet. It was the second dive of the day.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were using special or if you were on just standard air.
No, I never did any I never did any triox or any exotic gases or anything. But the deepest I've been is about 119 feet. And as a sport diver, you're only supposed to go to 100 feet. But I had stuff to look at, That was up in Thunder Bay, up in Alpena, Michigan. I didn't get narked on that dive, though. The reason I got narked on the one that I got narked on was because it was two deep dives back to back. Oh. And I didn't allow enough time in between the dives.
Now, that's a no-no. You know that from...
Well, and I was with my dive instructor that allowed me to do...
Jesus Christ. That makes it worse.
Freaking retard.
No back-to-back dives of over 50 feet.
Well, if he wasn't partying like a rock star the night before, it might have made a little bit of a difference.
That has a little bit to do with it. Hydration has a lot to do with it.
Is it still no back-to-back of 50?
Well, you gotta. I mean, no decompression limit dives. You got a table.
Yeah.
So technically, the table was okay.
Yeah, we were always, when I was going through the training, we were told as a general rule, no back-to-back dives over 50 feet.
Okay.
That's what I was at. Do they still go by that standard as a general rule, or they all stick to the chart now?
We always stuck to the chart, which apparently didn't work.
Apparently not in your case.
Still didn't have. Well, and somebody else found my light like a couple days later because it was like a lime green, really cool dive light.
Was it still odd?
I never turned it on.
Okay.
And
battery life, that'd be cool to know. Yeah.
Well, it took 4 C batteries. I've got the other one.
Oh, that was a while ago then, if it was taking C batteries.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah.
You had a lime green one. I had a black one. I still have the black one. Good night, Knives.
Didn't have it clipped on.
Knives.
Oh, no, it was clipped on. But I unclipped it because I wanted to use it, and I dropped it, and I was looking for it for like 20 minutes.
Shit.
It's like being hammered beyond belief, you know? And I just didn't know it. That's what kills people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
start
used to-
panicking, start pulling shit off, or you realize that you're underwater and shit at some points.
Yeah, used to dive up in Tobermory, Canada, off the Bruce Peninsula. There's a provincial underwater park there with all the shipwrecks and everything. And there's this one shipwreck called the Arabia, which is at 120 feet. And when you get down there, there's like next to zero visibility and strong currents. And there's at least one, if not more, people die on that wreck every year. They just get hung up, they get disoriented, they freak out, like you said, pull their regulator out of their mouth and just drown. So when you go into Canada, you have to check in, and you get this. It looks like a poker chip with a hole cut in it, and you have to clip it to your BC, your buoyancy compass, your vest,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a serial number on it, and they can track it to you. So if they find you that you're dead, they know who you are. So they're like, "Here you go, clip this on here."
Have a good dive, eh?
Yeah, have a good dive.
Well, it's not a bad idea, I guess.
You just don't go trying to do that dive on Edmund Fitzgerald, okay? Because then we have to throw you in prison, eh?
Yeah, that's a little deeper than what I can go.
Yeah, that's like diving on a deep wreck in the North Atlantic. You don't want to do either.
That's like Edmund's like 380.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Something.
yeah,
Like that.
really rough water.
Yeah, you got a 1,000-foot boat, sinks in 380.
She was gone instantly. I mean, have you ever read the logs from that? The skipper that was following him, he's on the radio with her, has her on radar. 1 minute she's there, the next revolution of the radar, she was gone. Talking like 30 seconds, gone, totally gone, no trace whatsoever.
Well, yeah, because the Fitzgerald lost their radar, so they were using. Oh shit! What's the other boat? It's still in operation.
Yeah, the other boat, that's what I'm talking about. The other boat that was trailing, guiding her to where she had to go. And she was on the other ship's radar, and it made one revolution of the radar antenna, and the ship was gone, completely gone, no trace whatsoever as she had ever been there.
Yep.
Don't go on Lake Superior in November, people.
Arthur M. Anderson. He still comes into the port here in Grand Haven. The Arthur Anderson. And the thing was, when they left Wisconsin, they were both going at the same speed. And and the Anderson pulled throttles back, and the Fitzgerald was like, haha, I'm going to beat you there. And then they had all that trouble. And never found any bodies. No.
They never found a single
they found
body.
Some debris, and they launched a rescue mission.
They found both halves of the hull. She sunk so quick and with such force. When she hit the bottom, it snapped the boat in half. Half of the boat is right side up, and the other half is upside down.
Yeah, and there's that. There's
you
that
sure it
theory.
didn't fall off the edge of the earth?
There's that theory, and the other theory is she hit a shoal and then broke up in the Three Sisters waves and broke in half and then sunk.
Well, the latest documentary I saw on it, when they were doing the computer analysis and everything, the way that the front of the hull is smashed in, she would have had to have nosedived straight down, and the impact at the bottom just snapped the boat in half.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, they did some surveys on the Sable Point or Sable Island shoal, where they think that she, grounded out and weakened the hull and stuff like that. They went back and looked, and there was no scars or anything on that shoal at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it either broke up on the surface and went down, or hit the bottom, and the aft was out of the water, and then just broke in half.
Yeah, the latest, like I say, the latest documentary that I watched on it, the most recent documentary, I should say. I don't know if it's the most recent one that's been made, but the most recent one I saw, they were talking about that she may have been hit by a rogue wave.
It was the three waves. They called the Three Sisters. It was three rogue waves
along those lines. And the hatches weren't dogged properly.
Correct.
And the front of the boat filled with water and instantly just drug her down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were taking on water. He reported that.
Mm-hmm.
And they did have a 30-degree list. So they already were, and they turned on 2 of their 6 pumps at full capacity.
They were already in bad shape, but they were a sitting duck for when those waves hit.
Yep. Yeah. And this is in November. I mean, it's cold.
Yeah. The storms in the Great Lakes, if folks aren't aware, there's 2 names for them: either the Bitch of November or the Witch of November. Take your choice, whichever one you want to be family friendly or not.
Oh, these storms down the hatches, man.
These storms have been wrecking ships on the Great Lakes, and ships have been sailing on the Great Lakes.
Oh, it's treacherous.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 1,500 known shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. And
it's a competition to see which has more shipwrecks, the Great Lakes or the North Atlantic.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch any of those Drain the Great Lakes shows?
Oh yeah.
They're free on YouTube. So if you haven't seen those out there, check them out, because there are tons of shipwrecks, all types of crap that they'll tell you about. I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff that's they still ain't telling us about, but
yeah, cool. I love watching those things. What's the famous, is it the Goshawk? No, not the Goshawk. What's the famous shipwreck in the Great Lakes? It's full of gold.
Damn, I don't remember.
I don't know, dude, but you died. I got a boat. You got a boat. Let's do this, man.
I sold my boat last year.
Oh, we can take the Outcast carrier.
Well, you don't have the proper boat for doing that anyway, Moo.
No, but my in-laws do.
Hey, well, let's do this.
Depending on what part of the Great Lakes we're talking, they might not either.
Oh, no. I mean, shit, it already eats 1,200-foot boats, so what am I going to do with a 30-foot boat?
Well, you obviously aren't diving in November.
No. Goshawk.
We'd get it done.
Do you know how to scuba dive, Rob?
Not really.
Use your magnet fishing thing.
Yeah, he can go magnet fishing for it.
Goshawk.
If I were still certified and physically able, Moo, I'd be there in a minute. I'd do it. But, yeah, I can't do that shit no more.
Depending on depths, I might dive something. I don't know about that in the lake. I'm sure that's pretty deep. I don't know.
You'd be surprised. I mean, it's some of the richest finds they found off of the Atlantic coast weren't in all that deep of water.
Yeah. I mean, if it's something like that, I'm in. But, you know, you got to get in and mix gas and all that stuff, and you know, I'm reaching real far at that level.
They found the Etosha in what, like 100 foot of water, Moo?
Oh, I think it was even less than that, but it was scattered over shit.
Miles, yeah, it was scattered over miles.
Yeah. Have you been to the Key West Museum?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't been to
man.
Key West in years and years, and that was like for one day when I was a kid. We drove down on one of the trips we made down to Orlando area. We drove down to the Keys and back, you know, just as a back there and back again for something to do.
Yeah, I've got a coin from the Etosha. Bought that when I was in Key West. I mean, we've been going to the Keys for 30 years, so.
That guy spent a small fortune to find an even larger fortune.
Oh, Mel Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he almost bankrupted his entire family on that expedition.
I think he bankrupted them like 2 or 3 times.
That's possible. But I mean, his entire family.
Well, and then there's so much, you know, like drama and history and all that stuff. I mean,
yeah.
When you're talking billions of dollars of
the court cases and stuff that they had to go through. Yeah.
Treasure hunting sound interesting to you guys? I mean, is that something? You know, a fantasy.
We've all seen Indiana Jones, man. Who doesn't dream of doing something shit like that?
Dude, I'm so in. If there's something that's halfway realistic, let me know.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, I tell you what, you know, I think if something like that racks and sinks, whoever finds it gets it.
Yeah, you know, I don't see the point in calling anybody. You guys can if you want to after I take my cut and leave. But, you know, hey, you know,
well, there was just
keepers and shit, you know.
Yeah, there was just another one recently that the dude has gone through like 15 years of litigation and court things and this that to claim the wreck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, you know what? Avoid all that. Frickin' just melt it down and sell it. Who cares?
Seriously.
I mean, it's gonna be. Of course, it's like worth, you know, 1,000 times or more than what the melt value is.
Some of the jewelry that they found on the Etosha is freaking absolutely priceless.
Yeah.
I've turned from it for historical reasons, but you know, everything costs. You know, your time, your effort to do all that. You know. There's a price for that stuff, you know?
Exactly. You know,
I mean, if it was so easy, why didn't the government just come scoop it up? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's some cool stuff at that museum, and I put one out on one of Gary's chats when we did like Gorn and stuff. When I was showing some of the cannons that they recovered from the Etosha,
Mm-hmm.
and man, there's just the whole thing's really cool. I mean, the museum in Key West is like 3 stories. It has like these. You put on headphones and you can, you know, it's commercialized, but
Yeah,
there's some really
self-guided
cool
tour.
stuff in there. There's some big ass emeralds. There's these gold chains that are like it would make like Tupac look like a bitch.
Oh yeah, I've
Dang.
seen pictures and video of the treasures and stuff. He's not joking. You've seen like the really thick chain link chain that they sell at like Home Depot. He's talking gold chains like that, Rob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well,
like Mr. T kind of chains.
Yeah, man, Mr. T would be jealous of it.
Yeah, it's a cool place. And cool history and stuff like that. And of course, I'm a scuba diver and just that whole mystery of finding treasure and stuff like that. And I found stuff while I've been diving, and it's a souvenir and it's in my closet.
nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
But
some cool.
seriously, the gold chain that they found on the Etosha, that shit is like the chain you would use to chain up an elephant.
Yeah, like an anchor chain. I mean, it's like huge, huge
It's freaking
links.
massive.
You guys seen Up a Creek Without a Paddle?
Yes,
We need to do that.
let's go.
We just need a goal. A map. We need a treasure map.
Sounds like a lot of work. Call me in. I'll fly in with my helicopter
Mhm.
at the end. At the end.
We just got to keep an eye out for Burt
They
Reynolds.
come in to save us.
I'll come in with my non-pistol grip ARs and stuff.
Mhm.
My single shot 22 long rifle, which would be legal at that time. Foss is looking for a diver. Dive on any muff.
No, he's talking about Rob.
Well, I'm trying to throttle myself a little bit.
And now you decide to.
This isn't Christmas Eve.
Now you bitched out on that this last year.
Damn it! And I gotta wait another whole another year.
I get that, Foss. That's not what I meant, because it's a gold ornamental chain. They still, if you ever seen like the ornamental chains they use on the elephants, they still use the big things to make it look more impressive. But we're talking a gold chain that would be that size. And remember, gold's softer than steel and iron. So if you're going to use a gold chain to chain an elephant, it's going to have to be bigger in size too, because of the tensile strength that it would have to be.
Don't be using on that 24 karat shit. That's soft as butter.
Yeah.
I had to go to a 10 karat gold wedding ring when I worked in radiology because open those doors they weighed like I don't know how much. It bent the shit out of my wedding ring.
Yeah, the Etosha, that went down 1500s, so 16th century, and it was one of the gold ships that was taking gold from the Aztec Empire back to Spain, to the King of Spain, and that's when they would have the elephants and they would have them done up in all this fancy livery with the gold chains and everything. And some of the chains that they put on the elephants were gold chain, which is massive in size.
Chain, chain, chain. Chain of fool. Damn it, Dad. Now I got that song in my head. Yeah, it's cool. I don't know how many, I forget how many boats were with the Etosha when that hurricane hit.
It was like what,
They were
4 or
all
5.
carrying shit, man.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 of them.
Just loaded with shit.
Mm-hmm.
Diamonds or emeralds, gold, silver.
Yeah, according to the captain's log, the Etosha was weighted down so much that the water was almost coming to the bottommost cannon ports on the ship.
Jesus.
That's crazy, man. Seems like pushing your luck back then. Because it's not like...
Oh, it was. They
Yeah.
were absolutely pushing their
type
luck.
of maps and weather updates and everything like modern days. Yeah,
Well, they knew, even back then, they knew that they were coming into the storm season. They were trying to beat the onset of the storm system and failed miserably.
that's crazy, man.
The original captain of the ship was relieved because he refused to make the journey because he said it was going to be too dangerous.
Sounds like he was smart.
I just Googled it. There was 8 of the 28 ships were lost.
Yeah.
Only 5 people would survive from the Etosha.
It's crazy.
You know, all that gold down there.
Yeah, man. I need to go get that. How deep was the area? Or they don't know where it's at, huh?
Well,
Well, they
between
found it. They
Key
found
West and the
Etosha.
Dry Tortugas, I mean, there's some deep shit in there.
Yeah, it was drug over like 10 miles. I mean, there was just, they just found the ship just everywhere. Literally, the ship was everywhere. They would find pieces here, pieces there. The only reason why they know it was the same ship is because they would find the cannon everywhere. Everywhere they found treasure, they would find a cannon, and the cannon were all marked what ship it belonged to.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Well, they already found that one. We need the one that hasn't been found yet.
Oh, there's plenty out there that hasn't been found yet. There's some right off the coast of the Carolinas that have never been found.
Oh, shit, yeah. Well, but off the East Coast, there's been so many underwater landslides and stuff like that they'll never be found. The Etosha was found in 56 feet of water. You could dive that all day.
Yep, easy.
Until your air ran out. Then do it again.
Yep, that's deep. That's shallow enough where you go right back down again. You rest a couple of minutes ago, right back down.
Mm-hmm. It's 1.5 atmospheres.
I don't think you're finding Spanish doubloons in your couch, though, Foss. Or pieces of 8. Talking actual, we're talking the kinds of coins that you always see them talking about in the pirate movies, only for real.
I probably get better luck looking at my couch cushions, though. And I don't have to decompress or, do any surface times. Although, in my couch cushion, last time I looked at the couch cushions for my remote, I found like 8 pounds of dog hair.
I remember like kids used to always check the couch cushions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They claim
Always.
They claim that like.
And you're like, ooh, a quarter.
I found this pocket knife. Like, whoa. Nah, man. So it sounds like, you gotta contact your people and get their people and the people's people and get the boat and get on out to off Carolinas there for a 2-week fishing trip.
Let's go down with some metal detectors. And
Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure, we can't get Pat Hershon taking the lead on any of this because he still hasn't gotten us our goddamn plane.
Yeah, or the damn gun.
Yeah, or the pistol. Yeah.
Like at least a prototype or something by now. It's been a couple years. Yeah. Damn guy.
I gotta send Pat my new email because he has my old email, and I don't know where that's at. I tried logging in earlier today, and I can't get into it.
What'd you get locked out of?
My old email, my 2 Live Moo email.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks, man. I mean, that rich uncle from Dubai might have put a email in there stating, he wants to give you, $5 billion, but for some weird reason, he needs you to send 2,000 to release the funds.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like we lost Moo.
If you want to check that email.
Well, you could have did that without logging out.
I always thought that was the funniest stuff, man. With those scams going around forever. Like, so much money, like, this and that or whatever.
Yeah, I represent
you
this
to
bank.
spend this little chunk to give it to you. Like, get the hell out of here, dude. Like, that's not how this stuff works. Like,
I know, right? Like, I represent this bank, but we need this much money so we can claim this money. If you represent a bank, motherfucker, you got enough goddamn money on your own to be. You don't need me to do it.
That's when attorneys show up at your house and you're like, who are you? Like that there ain't no you gotta send money somewhere. That's funny. That's funny.
Oops, I was closing tabs. I closed the wrong one.
Whoops.
Oopsie.
We figured you were just going to check that email.
No, I already tried that earlier today.
Rob thought you were going for one of those Nigerian Prince scam emails.
Can't you just request a new password or something?
Yeah, but I don't know if it was to like live move or to underscore live move to hyphen. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, if you request a new one, it probably won't matter though.
And then they wanted my cell phone number, so I did that, and I gave them my other 2 accounts, and I don't know. I'll try again later. But that's the one that Pat in the bunker had for the C-130 ride.
I don't know. I don't know whether the guy's slacking. I mean, I've seen him around. Usually on the other side of a fence, but they're around. Just got to be quicker than the security is, I guess.
Something. Just a small processing fee of $9.99. Just give me your account and routing number.
Yeah, my wife got a good one. One time in the mail, they claimed that you've been chosen to be one of our mystery shoppers. And here's a check.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an actual check, but they wanted her to take the thing, go to like Walmart, buy a bunch of prepaid cards, and they mail them back to them.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's a scam. They're trying to get those for terrorists or some shit.
Like before they gave you the check?
No, they gave you a check that
Okay.
you were supposed to cash and then use all that money to go buy prepaid gift cards.
Right.
Yeah. But the people just cash a check and pay their rent and shit?
No, they take the prepaid gift cards and then they ship them overseas to terrorist organizations and shit.
Yeah, but why would you do it though? What are they gonna do? Sue you? Like,
Well, it's done through a lawyer's office, Rob. So, and when you cash the check, you're agreeing to their terms.
right, all right, I understand, but your terms are to send them to spend the same money they gave you
Mm-hmm.
on a bunch of cards to send to somebody else.
Yeah, it's called money laundering.
Like, first off, why would you even do that? You got to get your time and gas, and there's no benefit to you. And second off,
they claim that's your first job as a mystery shopper, and you'll be paid at a later date.
Yeah, you know it's a scam. So what's the
I know it's a scam.
Money and say screw them.
Well, because as soon as you cash that check, they know it, and they have a full drawn-out plan thing that you're supposed to do. And if you don't send them the money, then they come after you. Like I said, it's done through an actual lawyer's office.
Man, damn attorney. So either they scam you or they sue you.
And it's real hard to prove where the cards are going once they mail them overseas, because there's no way to track it at that point.
Anytime anything says anything to do with payments with a gift card, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't do that stuff. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, here's a check. Cash this check if you agree to our terms, and then go buy prepaid. I think they wanted prepaid vanilla MasterCards or something along those lines at your local Walmart or CVS or any other store in your area that sells them. You know?
Yeah, that's just strange. Something's up.
That's why they use the guise of being one of those mystery shopper companies. There's all kinds of scams like that people fall for all the time. You don't necessarily have to lose money for it to be a scam. You're participating in a criminal act and you don't even know you're doing it.
My grandma almost got roped into one of those scams. Like, hey, you get a free computer, a laptop computer, if you just do this. And she was like right on the edge of like, oh, well, my grandkids could use a computer, you know. And like right the last second, she had like a moment of clarity. It's like, wait a second. I mean, God rest her soul now. I mean, she was like in her late 80s when this happened. And they had her. I mean, they, hook, line, and sinker. And at one moment, she's like, well, wait a second. Then she hung up, and it was good to go. She didn't get scammed.
Man, did you ever get those things in the mail? We got a cheap computer for you, only $300. It's the latest, greatest gaming computer. And you look at the stats on the computer, and it's like something from 10 years ago.
Or any ad on Facebook. Hey, get this for $19.99. And then you research it and you're like, that's like a $250 thing.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Oh my God. One of the tech channels I watch, he goes through like Craigslist or Facebook ads for people selling their computers, and some of the shit people are trying to pawn off as being the latest and greatest is absolutely hilarious. And the prices they're charging are absolutely ridiculous.
It's the same with like dirt bikes and stuff. Some cases cars, but I've noticed it a lot with like dirt bikes, ATVs on Craigslist, where prices are just jacked up. Like, yeah, I don't. It's people are getting nuts in my opinion. But
Yeah, some of those computers, man, I could put together a top of the line computer for now for half the price is what these people were trying to pawn a computer from 2 years ago, saying they had just built it. Like, you didn't just build that shit. If you did, you had those parts and run in a warehouse for the last 3 years.
Well, that's just it. They're preying on the ignorant people.
Mm-hmm.
does like Brennan Center and stuff like that still sell computers?
Yeah, they I know that Aaron's here
Do
has
they-
computers, but they their computers here at the Aaron's here in town, they're not bad. They're actually decent computers they have there.
Because I heard those they were like that, where they,
Yeah,
push
the-
all that shit out. They got deals on it and this and that, and most of
ones
the shoppers didn't have a damn clue.
Yeah, our local Aaron's, they get like the latest things from like HP in there. Is what they get in, and they're not bad. They get the HP gaming computer, which you get a decent computer. You're not, depending on which the Omen's, pretty much you can upgrade an Omen if you have an Omen desktop, depending on which model it is. Like Jason Stewart's computer, he's never going to be able to upgrade the motherboard in that because that uses a proprietary motherboard. But some of the HP Omens have just a regular standard ATX motherboard in there, and you can easily upgrade that computer down the road later if you had to. So I mean, you're not getting a terrible computer if you go to Aaron's, at least our local Aaron's. But
Yes,
so-
you are.
no,
Yeah. It might not
Yeah,
be
you're-
terrible as
it's
the
not a bad computer. What's going to be
What you're
bad
getting
is where it
robbed.
gets. Yeah, you're getting. I was going to say the interest
wouldn't-
fees is where they're going to get you.
I
But the
wouldn't buy
computer
a roll of
itself
toilet
is a
paper
good
from that
computer.
place.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
finance a computer, folks, if you don't have to. Or if
Like-
you're going to,
Crazy.
if you have to finance because you absolutely need something, do something on. Go to Newegg, do something with a firm where you're not paying a whole lot of money a month, and their interest rates aren't ridiculous.
Shit, I don't care what it is. I wouldn't buy nothing from those places.
Well, no, Newegg is an actual computer parts store.
Well, I'm talking a bed, a couch, any damn thing. Anything.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, hell, Aaron's, you can actually walk in there and buy with cash up front. It's not just rent to own. You can actually go in there and just buy stuff as well. They also sell straight sale, where you're not having to make payments or anything. A lot of people don't know that. They think Aaron's they think it's just rent to own. You can go in there and you can buy, like if you see a couch in there that you like, you can just buy it that day and go, they'll bring it to you.
Man, it's still probably overpriced.
No, it's not overpriced. If you're buying same day stuff, it's competitively priced stuff.
What is Aaron's, like a computer store?
No, it's a rent to own place, but they also but they also do regular sales. So you can rent to own or you can buy outright.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
Yeah, be thankful. Places
Yes.
are trapped, man. Everything's like double priced. Yeah. your items $100, you're paying like $200 or whatever.
Yeah, like I
225.
said, where they get you is the interest rates.
Yeah.
They have
You end up-
ridiculous interest rates.
Well, that's just straight up. You make all your payments on time. You screw around and make payments late.
Well, your interest still accumulates.
You're paying like 300% on a damn
The
thing.
interest still occurs every month. So
It's crazy. It's like it's. I think it's a broke person trap. Like you're better off just saving money up and going and buying your damn item. Like it's way cheaper, man.
That's why I said if you're going to go shopping at Aaron's, have the money on you to buy outright. Their prices are competitive, and when they have a sale, you can get a good price on something. But try to stay away from falling into the rent-to-own trap.
Like a lot of I can't speak for you guys' area, but a lot of the appliance stores are still places that do like in-house credit type deal where it's not really credit. There's no interest. There's similar things out there besides paying a place like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's like what the firm is with Newegg. Basically, you pay a small monthly fee. It's basically you got a year to pay it off. And like my monitor, we had to finance my monitor because we absolutely did not have the money to get it. We financed it through Newegg with a firm. I think we're paying $23 a month. The monitor was $230. We're paying a small little bit of interest, and I got a monitor that's normally $300 and some for $230 plus a little bit of interest. It's not, like I said, it's not astronomical. I think their interest rate's like 3% compared to going somewhere like Aaron's or Rent-A-Center where your interest rate might be 50%.
We're talking about TRS-80s and Commodore 64s and Tandy computers.
Yeah, I had a TRS-80.
That was the computer that I learned DOS on when I was like a freshman.
Shit. You had to do C+ on those things if you wanted to play a game. You had to code in your game before you could play it.
I could barely do like 10 space whatever. And we always had the offshoots of different games. We did have the original TV Pong.
Yeah, I had one of those.
And then we had Intellivision.
Now, did you have the actual original deck where the controllers were built into the deck, or did you have the one with the two controllers that came off of it?
It was in the deck. It was all a big chunk, like the size of like two keyboards.
Yep, I had one of those, and then I had the one with the original one that had the two removable controllers that looked like you were using the damn electro pads to bring somebody back to life. The defibrillator. Clear.
You guys were rich, man. I had a box and a G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe is swimming in the water. And then the big brown shark came.
Defense Dad, is your new computer out of date if it comes with Oregon Trail? Maybe not, because they've actually re-released that.
We had a microwave that would dim the lights when we started it.
Oregon Trail, the game that everybody died.
Oregon Trail?
You never played Oregon Trail?
No. What was that on? Intellivision?
That was on all the old computers had it.
I had Atari 2600, 5200.
It was all the old computer systems. Computer systems all had a Coleco.
Oh, computer.
The Commodore 64. Yeah. The
Apple II.
It was on DOS. Apple had it.
Floppy disk.
Well, yeah, of course it was on floppy disk. It was on a 5.5-inch floppy. But yeah. Defense that I hate when I catch dysentery. Man, try having dysentery and getting attacked by Indians at the same time. You want to talk about bad? Anyway, Moo, the point of the game is you're on a wagon train heading out to the out west on and the idea is you got to get all your people there. I don't know if anybody ever did. Everybody dies in that game. Gets dysentery, get attacked by Indians, get attacked by outlaws.
Starvation,
yep.
Injuries.
Yep. Snake bite.
Natural disaster type deals.
Uh-huh.
It's like almost like, I don't know, not a Sims game, but kind of like the first.
You have to be a masochist if you played that game more than once. Because you were
never played.
My dad. Oh God.
Oh, I was gonna say I never played Sim City.
My dad had like a little computer set up and stuff, so I used to play around with that.
Yeah. Oregon Trail. If you played that more than once, you're probably the same person who watched Friday the 13th and rooted for Jason.
I never even heard of that game.
Oh man, no, there was an episode of Teen Titans Go where they were playing the game on there, and it was hilarious. That was one of the funniest episodes of that stupid ass cartoon.
You didn't root for Jason?
I was making a joke, Rob.
Like those kids are all punks, man.
Yeah, they're all stupid.
I know, they're all stupid as hell, which is why they make fun of them in that one car commercial. Let's get in the car. No, that's an obvious trap. And the killer's just behind him looking at him like, man, they are dumb. What the hell was that a commercial for? Is that a Geico commercial? You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know, he's standing over like in some type of carport thing, a bunch of chains.
Yeah, he's like sharpening his machete or something, and yeah. He's got that old foot-powered grind wheel. He's sharpening his axe or machete or whatever it was he was using to kill him with. And they're all hiding behind his workbench, and he's standing right behind them the whole time.
Well, those are like the movies where they always drop the key right at the door. Or they always, trip at the last worst moment.
Uh-huh. You ever notice how
the stupidest shit? They'll run right by a window to go pull on a locked door handle. Yeah.
Well, here's how inept the kids in the Friday the 13th movies are, right? They're always running through the woods, getting out of breath and shit. Jason just said a leisurely walk and always catches up to him.
He's walking with a purpose. But still.
He's like the ultimate cock blocker, though. You know that, right?
I think it was written by Rob.
His mother was a real bad cock blocker. She actually got she killed Kevin Bacon and his girlfriend in the first movie while they were in the act.
See, if you're messing up, you're trying to fool around as a young teenage girl, as a dad, you want them to watch this movie, and if you do that, you're going to get fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Defense dad talking about Leisure Suit Larry. Never flush the toilet in the whorehouse, pro tip. Or which one was it? Was it 2 or 3? Don't go to the beach with the black chick.
There comes there's a black thing again.
Well,
you gotta be a black chick, man.
Because I don't know, I didn't rate the game, Rob, but the black chick wasn't a chick.
300 blackout.
There was a little surprise waiting for you.
It's Randy Watson. Sexual chocolate. Or, as Rob likes to be called, chocolate thunder.
They made a Leisure Suit Larry mobile game. There is a Leisure Suit Larry mobile game for Android. Moo's out there, and he's picking up his phone. Is there? Leisure Suit Larry was the shit, though.
I never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of it, but I never seen it or played it or anything to do with that.
Moo knows Leisure Suit Larry.
I do.
You do. Come on, tell the truth. You know Leisure Suit Larry.
I'm not sure I do.
Oh, the game where you're like this nerdy guy who's wearing a leisure suit. Obviously, his name is Larry, and he's trying to hit on anything that moves. The idea is you're trying to get him laid in the game. He's like the nerdy guy.
Never played it.
Oh, you never played Leisure Suit Larry? God.
Sorry. I had three arcades in my town of 2,000 people.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not an arcade game. It's a
I know.
game.
I went and played arcade games, not computer games.
Oh. But the main character in it is based. You remember Three's Company, right?
Oh yeah.
Remember Jack's friend Larry?
Yes.
That's who they based Leisure Suit Larry on.
Oh, gotcha. Scrambled porn. Oh yeah. The Spice Channel that was scrambled out of Canada because I live in Michigan, and like creepy ass my best friend's older brother who still lives at home made a scramble box that would decode that stuff from Canada so we could watch real porn.
A buddy of mine worked for the cable company, right? And his side business was selling the scrambler boxes. His selling point was that he could get you Playboy Channel and Spice Channel for nothing.
Oh yeah.
If you bought one of his scramblers while he's hooking your cable up.
Dude, my dad climbed the telephone pole and took out the filter to our cable, so we had all the channels. Because back then there was just like a filter.
Yeah. We had all the channels because the cable company fucked up and hooked them all up, and they didn't charge us. My stepfather called them, let them know, hey, look, we're getting this, and we didn't order. And the guy on the phone was like, no, you're not getting that. Like, yes, we are. I'm watching it right now. It's like, according to our records, you don't have those channels. My stepfather was like, okay, and hung up, and we never did get billed for the extra channels.
I don't know why you'd call.
He was because it was right after they hooked the cable up. He was afraid we were going to get billed for it.
Probably hooked up to the neighbor's house, man. Last person that lived there tapped into the neighbor's line.
Well, and then there was a rumor that said, oh, they can detect if you're getting these channels for free. And my dad's like, fuck them. And then
when they came out with the later systems, they could because they can trace it all back. But with the old dial boxes and stuff, they couldn't trace that shit.
Yeah, a year and a half later, we get a phone call. It's like, we sense that you're getting HBO, Cinemax, and all this stuff for free. And my dad's like, I don't know what you're talking about. You can come fix it if you want. Like, we don't watch that stuff. We watch ABC 12.
No, you may have after your parents went to bed, put on Skinamax once in a while. Come on, be honest.
Oh, there's a lot of spanking going on.
You know, Cinemax doesn't do Skinamax anymore.
No?
Nope.
Damn it. Well, that's because it's just a click away, you know.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to watch Skinamax films when you go online and watch anything?
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of work.
For real. People in porn got to be making nothing nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it.
If you're in the big money in porn these days, you're one of those ones that's on one of those chat sites or like OnlyFans or something, probably.
Yeah, OnlyFans chicks are making like $100,000 a month.
Uh-huh. Did you see where the one professional wrestler, she got fired for having
Yeah.
It wasn't OnlyFans, but it was one of those kind of sites where she had an account on there.
Yep. I did see that.
Yeah, she was the NXT Women's Champion. She got busted last month, and they fired her instantly.
Well, good, because now she can go full bore on OnlyFans.
Mm.
I don't know, man. I think that's crazy, though. Like, people are actually paying. Like, I don't know. I just think it's nuts.
Why would you pay?
Like,
people pay by the minute for that shit.
Like, that's crazy. Like, there's so much shit out there for free.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand that. And then I don't know. I just don't get it, man. People are getting weird.
Yeah, there's some of these chat sites you tip them as you're watching and shit, and then they have where you can go private and you're paying them per minute.
Well, I'd only have to pay for like 30 seconds. That's if I double up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm my own best friend.
Defense Stat says, I never understood watching an entire porn movie. What do you do after the first 3 minutes?
Clean up.
Would you date a girl that was doing that OnlyFans stuff?
Dude, I haven't dated a girl in 33 years. I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah,
well,
right?
I'm just saying, like, say you were single or whatever, and whatever, the age lined up, whatever. Would you date a girl like that, just out of curiosity? I mean, even if she's like, oh, it's just a business thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy, man.
I am crazy. I have only hams page. According to Foz.
Shit, man. There's
Only
guys that get on those sites and do it with the girls on the
site. What about you, Rich? I mean, that's comparison, let's say, to like dating a stripper. Like, could you date a stripper, a girl all your friends could be throwing money at? Like,
it would be your analogy's not far off. It would be the modern day equivalent of dating a stripper.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is she like single handedly doing these videos? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I assume. I assume she's naked playing with all types of toys and sawzalls and God knows graphic cones and
sawzall. What kind of goddamn demented porn are you watching, Rob?
Oh, haven't you seen that?
Well, I don't know what they're doing. I'm just throwing everything in there. I'm saying, like,
one of those things.
Making, I don't know, a couple $100,000 a year or something. I mean, is that cool?
Rob's watching snuff films.
I tell you what, if I could live out in the woods and be supported by some chick using a sawzall, I'm good.
You'd be like the dildo from Lethal Weapon 2.5. The one George Kennedy picks up behind him. About the time when Leslie Nielsen's interviewing the chick at the counter, and you see in the background George Kennedy pick it up. It's a drill with
I would watch that. I take it Rob would not do that.
Thinking about, there are actual machines that are designed specifically for that shit, right?
Oh, the Symbian.
They look like a framework. It looks like a fucking frame, and it's got this arm that's on a piston.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some crazy shit out there. Defense Dead Salsa. What porn are you watching, Rob? DIY tranny films? Oh man, how the hell did we get on this subject?
I was just thinking the same thing. But yet my brain is still visualizing this Sawzall thing.
Somehow we went from Oregon Trail to this.
How about let's just go back to like old school Pac-Man and pinball. You know, back in the arcades, man. We used to
Well,
have.
Foss brought up another classic. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
What is that?
Oh, you never played that either?
Was it a
You're
computer game?
Yeah,
Nope.
you're a agent for Interpol, and you're tracking down Carmen San Diego, who is the world's most wanted criminal.
The only computer game that I ever played was Doom, and that was on a 3.5-inch floppy. I never played any of those other things. I was always at the arcade.
Man, we had arcades and stuff, but we would play these other games in school. You know, we go into computer class where you're supposed to be typing. Instead, we're playing like Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune,
Nope. Nope.
Oregon Trail, Carmen San Diego,
Nope.
Pitfall.
Played Pitfall on Atari.
Yeah, did that too. I got it on Atari somewhere. I got a 2600 that still works.
Man, when I upgraded from the 26 to the 5200, you could slap those two joysticks into the holder and play Robotron. I was in heaven.
What space game was it where you needed that special controller for it? You used the joystick, and then you had this little like touchpad thing that you had to plug into the other control port, and it had like all kinds of different buttons on it that did different functions. God, I can't remember the name of the game.
I don't know, but Mario Kart was pretty cool.
Shit,
Oh,
Mario Kart's still cool.
Dude,
you ever
the
play
kid,
Mario Kart on the Switch with your kids?
when all the kids come home, that's all they do. They got their Switch. They're all down in the basement, freaking all playing Mario Kart.
Shit, we hooked the one of the kids' switches up to the TV in the living room. We'll play Mario Kart, 40-inch 4K, playing Mario Kart. Fun times there, man. Mario Kart's still fun as hell to play.
Never played it. I watched them. I don't understand it.
It's a racing game, but there's like
Yeah.
obstacles and stuff.
But then they play all this other shit. Snob still plays Pitfall. I used to play the shit out of Dig Dug.
Yeah, that was a game. That was a good one back in the day. A buddy of mine, you remember Neo Geo? The Japanese system where you could take your memory card out of the Neo Geo and take it to the arcade and continue your game in the arcade and vice versa.
Nope.
No.
That system was expensive.
Is this like in the 50s?
No, this was in the 80s and 90s.
I've got like a whole bin of like game consoles down here. I don't even know what to do with.
Neo Geo. Remember the Atari? Everybody was like, cost 100. I mean, not the Atari. The Nintendo Entertainment System cost like, what was it when that came out? $100, something like that. Neo Geo was $500 when it came out back then. Thing was super expensive for the time period.
I seen an ad today for a Panasonic top loading VCR for like $349. Obviously, this was like from way long ago.
Yeah. Anyway, a buddy of mine had one of those Neo Geos. He had all kinds of medical problems, and I think it was through Make-A-Wish or something. He got one, and we were all going to his house after school because that had all the really cool games. Neo Geo's graphics in 1989, 1988, 88, 89, 90 were like playing a PlayStation 2 in the early 2000s. Graphics on that system were insanely good for the time period. No, air hockey was the shit.
Oh, damn it.
Played a lot of video games, air hockey, pinball.
Oh, how many black fingernails did you get from playing air hockey?
Amazingly,
Did you put your hand
none.
over the edge?
No, I never smashed my finger. Amazingly,
Oh, dude.
I've seen people do it.
Horrible thumbnail.
Snob caught it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, shit. We've had air hockey games and stuff here or whatever that we bought and put up and whatnot. And I don't think I've had much issue smacking my fingertips with it either.
You only do it one time.
So those are fun games though. Yeah, I think it's a fun time.
I think the worst injury I saw somebody playing air hockey, they actually tore their fingernail off. Somehow got caught in the table where the how the wall came down, right there where the wall met the play surface. His thumbnail got caught in there, and when he went to pull the controller away, it just ripped his thumbnail right off. Bleeding everywhere. They had to close the air hockey table. There was blood all over the air hockey table.
No blood.
It looked like an actual hockey rink. Yeah, what's hockey without a little blood, right?
It's not real hockey unless there's blood.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the 80s, right?
Oh. The old McCarty and Lemieux.
Yeah, I mean, there was
Claude Lemieux.
Yeah.
That was epic, man.
I mean, that's Darren McSorley. I mean, Jesus Christ. All those guys. Yeah, that was the age of.
Oh, Probert, man.
Yeah. Ooh.
That cocaine-fueled fighter, man, he was the best.
Yeah, that's when every team had a goon on there just to take out the guy that was fucking with their best player.
Oh, yeah. Well, Claude Lemieux, he put, what's his name, into the boards. Gave him a concussion.
Hell, even into the 90s. Remember that hit that Kevin Stevens took in the playoffs and basically ended his career? Oh, dude, I forget who it was. Hit him. Center ice, no less. He hit him. He popped up in the air and just landed on his face. He was out cold.
Damn.
That was me.
That was Chocolate Thunder coming at you at the center ice.
Basically, Kevin Stevens was never the same player again after that. He was like shell-shocked. And then he got into the drug use and stuff from the painkillers that they put him on.
Well, there's those stories back in the day where they're talking about Probert doing lines in the locker room between periods and shit, and had the cocaine in the water, when they used to drink the water at the bench. Yeah, he's dead. Foss had a pinball machine growing up, Flexer.
We had a tabletop pinball game.
I want to get an arcade game. I want Galaga, like a real arcade stand-up Galaga.
Have you seen those little mini arcade games that are that they have now, which are like a half height?
Yeah,
but they're the actual game.
5,000 games on them and shit.
Well, no, they have some of them. Remember the Ninja Turtles game where you and three buddies could all be playing at the same time? You're playing as all four turtles. They have that one, the Avengers one that was similar to that.
Defense Dad, yes. I made my own homemade blowgun darts out of
Uh-huh.
out of a coat hanger, and I used to sharpen it, and then I used to glue different levels of sewing thread as feathers.
I may or may not. I don't know if the statute of limitations is up on the criminal charges that could be brought for this one, but I may or may not have had throwing stars made out of road signs.
I had throwing stars too, made out of different metals.
Oh, those road signs, man! That steel that those things are made out of made
Mm-hmm.
excellent throwing stars.
Mm-hmm.
They can make good skid plates for ATVs too. So I've heard. Especially those no parking signs, dirt bikes. So I've heard.
I think Foss grew up in my neighborhood. Because you know that's true. And a Coke can.
You remember those like Crossman air pistols that you cock one time and it had to flip up front?
Yep.
Where you could put pellets, darts, or BBs in it?
We used to have darts. You could buy darts at the local store.
We used to shoot rabbit food pellets out of those.
What?
Oh, did those sting? Getting hit with one of those. The rabbit food pellet would hit you and just shatter into little pieces. Ooh.
Now, Defense Dad making potato guns with black powder. I never did that. We used Aquanet. Actually, we made back when the beer cans had the zipper down the side. They were the same diameter as a tennis ball, and you cut the top and the bottom out of them, duct tape them together, cut a hole in the bottom, put lighter fluid in it, and light them off, and you'd have a little tennis ball cannon. That thing would go out of sight.
I had a crazy friend who used to take the Aquanet that you were just talking about, and he would set the street on fire. He'd like spell stuff with the Aquanet and then set it on fire.
I had my my homemade conduit blowgun one time, and I was super accurate with that thing. And I had my homemade darts and everything. And I went to shoot I was so accurate. I went to shoot next to my sister in the kitchen, and it ricocheted off the door frame and hit her friend in the knee, and it sunk into her kneecap. Don't tell your mom. One of those things. Yeah, those things were heavy. I mean, I got a blowgun now. Those things are light as shit. Oh, what do you got?
A couple pellet guns. So that's a pellet gun. That one would be a pellet gun or a BB. That one, the same pellet or BB. The folding stock's one of those, like, I don't know, Roni type knockoff things. Couple are airsoft. Whole collection.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fun. It made a little range up in the attic for the kids and I, so.
Nice.
Good times.
Yeah, my old house, I used to have a little range in the basement. I shot my bows down there, my air guns and stuff like that. The new house is not conducive to that kind of stuff.
You see Snob's comment at their move?
What?
He added a TP dispenser to his potato gun. Thought it was going to be the best thing ever. But come to find out, toilet paper is flammable, so it didn't work as planned. He didn't put much thought into that if he thought the toilet paper was going to work.
Well, you know, when you're kids, you don't know shit.
It'd be cool if you could get the toilet paper dispenser to work with potatoes. The repeating potato can.
Ooh, excuse me.
defense dad said he accidentally stuck a dart in the back of a kid's neck in math class in 8th grade.
Yeah, at least it wasn't in the front of his neck.
Well, that might have been a teacher if he did that. Shoot dart at your teacher.
We had BB gun fights one day, and my buddy Frank shot my buddy Jeff in the eyeball with a fucking BB gun.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, the rule was from the waist down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I shot him in the face.
Foss had a CO2 Uzi with a folding stock when he was in high school.
Oh, they had those Freon charged submachine BB guns. They were like 3,000 BBs per minute. So 50 per second. Man, those you could buy those out of the back of Soldier of Fortune magazine for like $50. I'm like, I got to get $50. I never got one.
We used to play when I was in junior RTC. We used to run around the woods playing war games with freaking pellet guns and shit. Why? Because we were stupid.
Yeah, Wood says you got to watch those damn teachers.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the oxyacetylene. Yeah, in metal shop, we used to fill up garbage bags with acetylene and light them off. Dude, that was so loud. Yep. And then my buddy Scott Elsa used to smoke dope in the welder's booth because it was a direct vent out to the outside. Nobody could smell him smoking weed.
Wood's buddy was on people's court because he shot somebody in the eye with a Nerf dart.
Dum-dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum.
I'm guessing Snob's family must have had peacocks. He said they used to shoot peacock feathers in their pump-up BB guns to shoot each other. That all went well until his grandmother caught him and his cousin picking fresh peacock feathers.
Dude, those feathers are like freaking darts, man. Those things are gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the judge on freaking People's Court?
Judge Wapner.
Wapner. 10 minutes to Wapner. God damn it.
What was his first name? Joseph? Joseph Wapner?
Rain Man?
Yep. Kmart sucks. Oh, man. I could have grew up with all these old bastards out there talking about all this crap. Did you used to soak cattails in a bucket of gas and run around like you had like torches? No. And then you would take the cattail while it was still burning and put it in a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline to re-soak it. And it wouldn't do anything. Just re-soak. I mean, because there wasn't any vapors, in an enclosed area. We didn't know any better. Well, we did a lot of model rocket stuff too, Defense Dad. Used to have my wrist rockets. We'd have M80s and we'd glue BBs around the outside of the M80 and then shoot them at the geese on the golf course.
We used to put M8. You remember the cheap generic retro cars that had the controller with one button?
Yeah,
where the one button would make it go in reverse.
Yeah, you'd go straight or go, and it would do a J turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those suck.
Yeah, we used to get those because they were cheap as dirt.
Oh, right.
We put an M80 on one of them and played it, and that go down the road.
What about those remember the Cox engines in the airplane with the string. You go around in circles, and then you get the dragsters and stuff. You'd fire those things up with the big fat tires on them and stuff, and then you go crash down the street and use them like twice, and they were dead.
Foss was using water balloon launchers with the M80s.
My father-in-law used a water balloon launcher from his boat and shot at the Coast Guard one time during 4th of July. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, Wood's out there talking about the old wrist rockets and the wrist rocket slingshots. If you remember those things were fun.
I've got one right here.
I got one somewhere packed up in a box.
The old ones, though, are way better than the ones you get now.
Oh, yeah, mine was.
I guarantee you. Yeah, wrist rockets, man. Thousands of rounds. And there was this factory down the street from where I lived, and they had all these, all this shit just dumped out in the back. And there was all these pellets, like they punched through like lead or something. And they were like these half-round hunks of lead. And they were like the perfect, because, we didn't have money for marbles or steelies or anything, right? Mm-hmm. And we found these things, and these things were deadly.
Oh, you know what was really good for that? You ever walk along the railroad tracks and see those little iron balls that are left over from the train wheels rubbing against the track? Oh, fuck. Those things out of a wrist rocket, you would fuck somebody's tail up.
Yeah. I grew up right by the tracks. I used to have a ton of railroad spikes and a ton of those locks that lock when you switch the tracks.
What did you collect those for?
Well, because I could.
And I got a scar right around my hairline from where I got hit in the head with one of those goddamn iron balls out of a slingshot.
Dude, we
split my scalp wide open.
We used to put pennies and nickels on the track all the time.
Yeah, I've done that.
We used to play on the train cars all the time.
The worst part, when the dude pulled back the little wrist rocket and let that ball fly, he didn't pull it back that far. Those things are just that goddamn solid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Roman Candle Wars. I never did the sparklers and the rubber ball.
Bottle Rocket Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Suck, man. Burn a hole right through your damn shirt.
One year, 4th of July, my sister-in-law's boyfriend was drunk off his ass. He decides he's going to start launching bottle rockets while holding them. He forgot to let go of one of them. Burnt the holy shit out of his hand.
That's like the dude that sticks one in his ass crack and it doesn't go. Burns him and then blows up. Oh, dude.
That's crazy.
So, the girls downstairs from our apartment, we bottle rockets off under their door. And their hamster died from a heart attack from. And guess what? I married her.
Damn.
It was her roommate's hamster. And to this day, they don't know I did that. It wasn't me.
Wow.
So don't bust me later.
Well, for $99.99 a piece.
You know what? Fuck it. Just go ahead. Just call it. It's not worth $10. I'm like, I'll gaslight her. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't me. It was my roommate. I was just there. Her hamster freaking keeled over. Oh, snob. You know what? You want her number?
Hey, you don't know me.
Yeah. This is the gun snob. She's like, who the fuck's that?
Wood says she won 1,000 no's, and then Snob says rest in peace.
You know what, Woods? You're probably right. That was before. Wait, was that before? Before, well, I don't know. When I got the master key for the whole apartment complex, and we turned all of her furniture upside down, and everything in the refrigerator upside down.
Snob says yes, he does want her number, but for a completely unrelated reason.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put fridges upside down like that. You know
the
that.
fridge was upright, but everything inside was upside down.
Oh, okay.
And all the they had shelves of stuffed animals and stuff. I don't know why. I mean, this is 30 years ago.
Yeah. Chicks do shit.
Yeah, chicks, man.
Yeah.
Snob. Well, he's a little young. Maybe he could handle her. I don't know if he could though. Dude, have you ever rode a mechanical bull at a bar?
No.
You might, if you have, you might be able to handle her.
Now, from Gary's show on Friday, I learned that apparently they have anatomically correct ones in Vegas.
Bulls?
Yeah, apparently that's what they were saying.
Well, they got a big giant pussy hanging off the back of them or something?
No, apparently this one was anatomically correct for a bull.
Oh, bull. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't be riding that thing underneath.
No, it's just weird.
They use that for the after party as well.
Yeah, dude, when chicks turn 50, man, they're crazy. It's like they think it's going to fall.
Some are. Some are crazy, I'd assume. Some, I don't know. Some are probably okay. I don't, yeah.
Well, I mean, once they hit 30,
but
Rob, back me up on this. When they hit 30, it's almost like a midlife crisis. It's like they think it's going to
remember Rob. When it comes to this, Rob has to be careful what he admits to, because she may consistently be listening because she does watch the show. Our wives don't watch me. His lady does, so he's got to be careful.
Did I say Rob? I meant Rich. Oh, Jesus. Thanks for the picture, Snob.
What did I send you a picture of?
Okay, I understand now. Oh, yeah, she's way crazy. She married me.
What did he send you the picture of, Moo?
The mechanical...
the anatomically correct mechanical bull?
I don't know if you call it a bull, but Clover is straddling a gigantic thing.
Gigantic thing.
Of course, she would have a picture of that.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, I guess.
Sounds a bit.
Dude, I got to see a video of that. Did he ride that thing?
Apparently, that's what they were saying.
Oh, damn it.
And he's saying Sarge photoshopped it.
Son of a bitch. Dude, God damn it. Now I'm so let down. Damn, it looks so real.
About to say, I can't imagine what the hell's going on at that Airbnb. This is the type of shit these guys are into.
Well, they were in Vegas, Rob. There's all kinds of crazy shit in Vegas.
Although he doesn't have a foot in his picture. So, okay, I understand.
Snob said Jeff sent them the pic, and he asked Clover to pose like he's riding a horse, and he did.
That's fucking hilarious. He'll just do anything you ask.
Clover like, okay.
That's fucking hilarious.
Was he drinking at the time?
I don't think any of them drank.
Oh no, there were points where they were drinking.
Who, Snob?
Well, not. I know Ghost was.
He admitted to drinking 2 nights during the whole week.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. There are points where you do.
See, that's when I admit that I drink 2 nights a week.
Yeah, Snob said no because it was in the morning.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Well, they were at SHOT Show, you know. Well, I mean, there are beer booths at SHOT Show.
Morning drinking is the best drink.
Oh, that reminds me, Snob. Did TJ make up the booths that were giving away beer app like he said he was going to? Apparently, TJ is the best at finding the booths that are giving away beer at SHOT Show. I know we said we wouldn't talk about SHOT Show, Rob, but we're technically talking beer.
You son of a bitch.
Well, we can talk.
We lured him in, we drug him in by talking about beer.
It's all entrapment, man.
We can talk about SHOT Show if it's like trashing on SHOT Show.
Snob says he doesn't really drink anymore. Every time he drank, he ended up naked in some random chick's bed.
What's wrong with that?
That's how you met Stacy.
Boom, chicka, wop, wop. You slut. It's the gun slut.
Man, no, don't. Night Strike will come in here and watch the replay, and then no. Don't.
Fuck. We're still live.
Yeah. He said he's married now, and divorces are expensive.
It is cheaper to keep her. I guarantee you that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a front loader. Wait, oh no.
Too soon, Moo.
I know. They had that big fucking fire, man. That's kicks me in the taint. Man, that sucks.
Yeah, lost 2 tractors in that fire. God damn. Wouldn't have been so bad if it would have been the barn they were planning to tear down anyway. It would have saved them the trouble.
Oh, now he's flexing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Gary's still in here. He's flying high on the fucking Chiefs going to the Super Bowl.
Probably burnt that shit down on purpose. Collect the insurance.
It happened when he was out in Vegas.
Okay.
That's an alibi where that's solid. That is solid. All right, Snob, what did you buy?
He bought a Minn Kota. I don't know. First thing that popped in my mind. There's a Minn Kota dealership down the street, so I said, he bought a Minn Kota.
Think my tractor's sexy. So I'm going to ask Gizzard, did you crack open one of those airplane bottles when it was coming down to the end of the game? And I like how Snob says, I'm married now.
Yeah, you bought a John
Deere.
It's only a 90 horsepower. The one that burned was 100 horsepower.
Yeah. Plus or minus 10%. Who cares? Brand new, 90? That's probably not brand new.
Put all these 4-barrel on there. More power. I don't know why, but for some reason.
Turbo's up. Put some nitrous in there. Shit.
Well, if it's diesel, you got to use propane. No nitrous.
Yeah.
All right. As long as we get rims on it, let's go.
He put spinners
It got
on
to be
it.
spinners on it, yeah. We were both going to the same place there, Moo. It got
That's
to be
right.
spinners.
Shit, 15 years old for a decent deer. That's brand new. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, shit, you need it. So. That green paint is expensive, though. But my last couple tractors. Well, I'm not a farmer, but my garden tractor. It took implements, though. I mean, it was a decent tractor. I could put a plow on it. I could put a rototiller on it. You know, it was a heavy duty. It wasn't like a 318 like back in the day, though. I wanted a 318, but damn, anything in good running shape, man, they're like $1,500, $2,000. You know, I live in suburbia. What are you gonna do?
I've used John Deere tractors with buckets on them and stuff. I can't think of the size, but John Deere, like Internationals, old Internationals, and Kubotas. And truthfully, I think the Kubota I like the best. And the parts seem to be priced reasonable. Not saying they were great, but probably cheaper than a John Deere to take care of. So I don't know. Old Internationals are badass though. Like that, like I don't think you can stop that. Like once it's going, like yeah, I don't know. They were just something.
Yeah, I'm trying to trying to think what my uncle always had. I think he had Massey Ferguson's. I think he had John Deere combines though, for his soybeans and corn and stuff like that. I think he had John Deere's. And the pig farm that I worked on, he had all John Deere stuff.
Man, I don't, the cost of that stuff nowadays and modern equipment, my goodness. Like all the computers and everything into it, like, and now, like, it tells you get emails that, it's contacting the service guy. You need this, you need that, or da 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 da. Like, crazy. Like, I've heard so many complaints and horror stories and people trying to work on their own stuff. They can't. Like, it's got to be hell to be a farmer paying for shit like that. Like,
ooh, Snob said Chalmers, man. Hell yeah, Ellis Chalmers. I mean, if you're a farmer, man, you work on your own shit as much as you can anyway. It's like
you're not supposed to though. With some of these newer ones, like it'll rat on.
If you buy a new one, it's under warranty and stuff like that. I get it.
But yeah, John Deere's being sued for not letting people repair their own tractors.
Farmers repair all their own shit.
Well, that John Deere, the new ones you couldn't. They're proprietary tools and stuff. You need to take them apart.
I heard like the computer would just rat on you, like basically saying, and I don't know if it violates your warranty or how it all works, but it's big problem.
Yeah, John Deere, there was a big lawsuit that was just filed against them not that long ago. I think they settled it out of court finally or some shit.
It's like Tesla.
Yep. It's the way they want to push everything. Like you buy it and pay for all the software updates and shit to use it. Can't mess with nothing.
Yeah. Snob said that's one of the reasons they bought the used one so they could still work on it.
Yeah, that's when you learn how to weld. Just unhook the battery first. Yeah, when you're on the farm, man, I mean, time is money, and something breaks, you just fucking fix it. But I'm going back 30 years. So.
Well, we're going to start wrapping this up. I mean, I'm starting to get tired here, guys. I don't know about you. I'm not pulling another 3 hour, 59 minute, and 59 second show like last weekend.
That was pretty funny.
I hit the button just right.
1 second from 4 hours.
Snob was determined that we were going to go 4 hours. Nope. 1 second off.
No.
So, anything you want to say before we get out of here, Rob?
Eat a salad. It wasn't me.
She knows better. What about you, Moo?
I want to say White Castle, White Stripes, and Dry Erase Whiteboard.
Yeah, Fruit Stripe.
And Black Talon. And what?
I just had a strange thought. Is Fruit Stripe gum gay?
Not if you put it in your mouth.
Yeah, but it's all rainbow.
Looks like that.
Does it taste like dementia?
It loses its flavor awful damn quick, which is kind of gay. Now we're definitely going to get a strike from YouTube.
I don't know where this is going.
I don't know where this is going either. Just a random weird thought that popped in my head.
Now, I have those. That's okay.
Snob said it does go in your mouth hard and come out soft.
Just chew it gently, and if you spit, it's good. Just don't get it in my hair.
He says, or you just swallow it.
Well, that's preferable. Anyway, no. No, thanks for having me, man. Yeah. So, good talking to you guys. And the side chat, whatever. So, back to you, Rich.
Yeah. I mean, think of the name. It's Fruit Stripe.
God damn it. Wait, Snob was fixing to ask questions.
It doesn't matter if we get one strike because that only cuts your live feed for 1 week, and I'm not going to be around next weekend to do the show anyway.
What if you get a night strike?
Oh, God, no, don't curse me that way.
Jabroni. Oh, that's funny.
And with shows like this, I will never get monetized.
For sure. Peace, Voss. Oh, no.
Yeah, we're out of here before this gets any more out of hand. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you in 2 weeks.